to a Hispanic, but I am basically DNA-wise, I'm about as white as you can get. You can trace my lineage back to Civil War, but no one recognizes that I'm actually Irish because I have dark skin, brown hair, and brown eyes, so I can pass for Mexican. So I try to identify. So the Corona version of the claw is, of course, called the Gara, which is a racist lie. I'm sorry, that's just Spanish for claws, being a wise ass.
Took me. I'm waiting for iRacing to let me back in. Thinks I'm still in there. So.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fill the blank space.
F's in the chat for getting disconnected from iRacing. I'm just glad it came back. At least everything else came back.
It's all good.
We'll get back in. So, we still got like what, 20 minutes left in warm up. 25 minutes probably. Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah, exactly. Some of the chat that's going on there, Stunt Granny talking about the electric car challenge. Yes, it is. Running the electric car is not enough. They've already had a very successful electric car, and I say very successful by measure of all other electric cars in the Lemon series.
Right.
But no, you're going to have to win with the electric car, which I do believe is specifically with the brain power that exists within this community. It can happen, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. And there's going to be a lot of just discovery, this things that as you go. The Jet Electra, they had a rock solid plan going in there, but plans are usually just points of departure, and then they started to find the flaws in their plan.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first electric car that's going to win a race will be one at a racetrack with a Jesus hour.
Yeah, because you can run without engine noise.
Exactly.
Yeah,
oh,
get
gotcha.
An extra hour. Yeah, or 2 hours, depending on where.
2 hours, depending on yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Ginger has the Jesus hour. Barber has a Jesus hour.
Everywhere in the South.
Yeah, Road Atlanta, CMP, they all have Jesus hours. Because God hates race motors.
Something like that.
Which I'm absolutely certain is a plan straight from the pit of hell, because there's no way Jesus hates race motors.
He built my hot rod, so
there, boom, that just happened. There it is.
Jesus built my E-rod. Is that ministry? That's ministry, right?
It is ministry.
Yeah.
I don't know much about, and I don't know if you can call ministry mainstream, but certainly they got popular towards the end of their run enough to where a lot of people knew them.
Well, that was their hit, so to speak. So
yeah.
I like that angled look from the top of the banking. Also, that's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's a relatively.
I think we're good now. I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're good. Let me verify everything's good.
This is the first electric car bonus. No, folks, there's already been an electric car. It finished a race, and then it did a rally. Yeah. So, yeah, you got to show up. That ship has sailed. There are folks looking for low-hanging fruit. You better show up at a Lemons race, bring it strong, and be competitive. And when I say competitive, you're going to have to be competitive with, like, Save the Tatas and some of those crews, because they're not...
There's some tricks, I think, that could make it doable. Lady Auburn, by the way, pointing out the MotoGP. I actually watched that race, and holy crap, that was a roller coaster. If you've seen the whole thing, Marc Marquez is a freak of nature. Low-sided his bike, but somehow used his elbow and his butt to push himself back up and not die.
Whoa.
Rode all the way back through the field because he was leading when that happened, and then high-sided at the exact same spot, like just before the end of the race, and broke his arm. So he went first to last to almost first again, and then he's out for the year, which is absolutely, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Now, I don't know if you for those who are watching this and they don't ride, the difference between a low side and a high side is when you low side, you separate from the bike and then you hit the bike, and then you high side, you separate from the bike and then the bike hits you.
Yeah, well, you fly over the bike when you high side, which is what he did, and then the bike...
Right, and then the bike catches up. The bike always catches you.
Yeah, which is what happened. That's how he broke his arm. The bike hit him. It's brutal. That was nasty. Yeah. But the crazy thing was that he did the normal Marc Marquez freak of nature save before that, and then rode back through the field, which is just mind blowing.
Yeah, I have not kept up with MotoGP, but when I was living in Colorado about 13 years ago, I was with all of the bikers, and we actually rarely missed a race. So it was the highlight of the Rossi years, and you had Nicky Hayden and some of the other just greats right before he died. The really tall guy, which he was weird because he did not fit the mold of your typical GP racer.
Right.
But yeah, I'm convinced they're all just mutants from another planet that came here and created motorcycle riding so that they could, live among us but still do what they love.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's, Marquez is the freak of freaks. So it's kind of wild. If you just YouTube search Marc Marquez save, like you'll find like 5 of the craziest bike saves ever. I don't ride, which makes me a really weird outlier for watching the races, because like 99% of like motorcycle racing people who follow it ride.
Yes.
So I don't really understand anything that's happening, but I enjoy it. I don't know.
Well, and you have a basic understanding of physics, and then you watch the MotoGP stuff, and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird, like, applying power while they're leaned over at a 50-degree angle, and somehow that gets power onto the ground. I don't think that's how vectors work, but apparently.
And it is an interesting whole concept. During that time, I got to go to Utah Motorsports Campus when it was still named for the guy who built it, Miller Motorsports Park, and watch what at the time was going to be the only U.S. showing of World Superbike, not MotoGP, but World Superbike. Right. It was like one step down. And there were no Americans in there. And there was a guy named Scott Jensen, Scooter Jensen, and I still have a T-shirt. He was living in the Denver area, and his brother-in-law put a post on our message board, which is how people communicated before Facebook, on their local motorcycle board, said, hey, this is my brother-in-law. He's been living in my basement. He is he loves motorcycle racing. He tries really, really hard. And he got a wild card entry into the World Superbike. He needs a new motorcycle because World Superbike, the bikes have to be stock. They can't be the experiments that they run in MotoGP.
It's nothing super exotic anyway, yeah.
Well, so the rules state, but crew chiefs are still crew chiefs. So at one of the earliest forms of crowdsourcing, everybody who rode in Colorado bought a T-shirt and then just donated $5, $10, $15 to help him get a new Gixxer. And he bought a brand new Gixxer and had one of the local guys just go through it and set it up absolutely perfect. And
that bounce, by the way.
It is like pretty much a rallycross track layout right there, especially at 190 miles an hour, too.
I feel like the Thunderbirds are going to have a real advantage over the Monte Carlos.
Yeah.
And he a couple of the mid-pack riders not collided, but got into each other. They traded a little bit of paint. Yeah, the other Bill Elliott Thunderbird just said the heck with it. And they get into the back, and Scooter works his way up to mid-pack, towards the pointy end of the field. And then watching all of these riders on their finger quotes stock motorcycles just outrun him. And this bike was a month old, and it had done nothing. And I'm like, okay, stock, whatever. But he ended up finishing, I want to say, either last or next to last. Mm-hmm. But during the victory lap of everybody, somebody on the side of the track had an American flag, and he runs the bike over to the fence, grabs the American flag, and does a lap of Miller, waving the flag, popping a wheelie. It was awesome. Afterwards, everyone that had sent him money, he sat down and autographed a photo of him and sent it to everyone. I still have it in my garage, a signed picture of Scooter Jensen, the only American rider at the time in the World Superbike.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's super awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Superbikes is interesting. I watched bits and pieces of that. They have a whole bunch of different classes, but like the top
They do,
one
yes. Yeah.
is really good, close racing. It's pretty entertaining stuff.
So I think as a racing fan, anyone can appreciate it. You don't have to ride, just to appreciate strategy of racing. This is an interesting, what are we looking at here with Greg on this livery? Let's see.
Cookie.
Oh, well done, sir.
Oh man, the wing is the chef's kiss on that. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I would love to see that one. Like Cookie Monster Warlord was a wonderful livery that went on for years.
Yes.
And I would love to see this livery. This is nice when you start digging deep and then crossing the streams. That's a slow clap livery. Well done.
That's some next level stuff right there.
Sorry to disappoint you. I'm assuming that's Randy Bish.
Yes.
No Chevy Monzas have been scanned as of yet.
Here's the
I'm
deal.
Sure we'll have Judge Phil add that to his weekly request email he sends to iRacing.
We were gonna allow Chevy Monzas, and then we realized they would dominate so hard that it just wouldn't be fair to everyone else.
Yeah.
Cookie Monster Warlord, thank you. Yes.
Yeah. IMSA had the Monzas in the 70s. It actually would have been, the wide body. The Freedom.
It was a great car. Like that race car. The Monza was garbage.
You have to hedge that a little bit before you go say something like the Monza was a great car.
Yeah, so what is this?
That's the Cookie Monster Warlord painting.
Oh, I see the Cookie Monster now. I was very concerned until I saw the Cookie Monster. Now I feel better.
So he's the Warlord in the technical, the Toyota Hilux. This is one of Nick Bond's favorite images in the entire world. So
I think
Pat
that's
Mulry,
a 40 Land Cruiser, but yeah,
it's still same idea. But Pat Mulry themed his BMW as the Cookie Monster Warlord one year, which is pretty cool.
The thing is, I should have Googled it. I never did. In 2004, I actually was with the United Nations, and I was in monitoring the ceasefire agreement between Eritrea and Ethiopia. So part of our training, we had to go to North Carolina and go through like this pre-United Nations training, and it was us and guys that were headed to Liberia. And they went through, and there's a lot of these warlords, they have limited exposure to Western culture, but they want to get something that sounds kind of, tough. And then, they're also quasi-insane. There was General Buck Naked, and he was known because he did not wear clothes into battle.
Sure. Well, I mean, the name checks out. You got that going for him.
Yeah. So I was thinking, there probably was a Cookie Monster Warlord. He's like, yes, I will strike fear into the hearts of everyone. Yes.
Yep. There's the Cookie Monster Warlord theme. Now, you can't really see it. At one point, it had a fake 50 caliber machine gun with Cookie Monster on the left there, the small plush one.
I see it now.
Zip tied to it, and then riding around with Cookie Monster 50 caliber.
Very nice.
And I what is that the same? Because it was a hardtop convertible BMW, and it was just an awful car for so many races.
I was there when that car died, and it died not because it crashed, but because this Roland Vaughn was driving it and hit a bump, and then felt the car get loose, but it wasn't the car, it was the seat. The seat had gone through the floor. Oh, wow.
Oh, there we go.
Dude, that Hot Wheels is totally in stock at my local Walmart lady, by the way. With the beautiful Chevy Monza Hot Wheels, which I'll put on the screen here in a minute. Some chat from Matt Sicko, everybody.
That's all right. It's still practice, and we know that because that's the one with Dale storming the beaches of Normandy on the back.
That's right.
That's right.
So it's already competitive.
And then the old Dale.
Old Dale, yeah. Dale be praised.
OG Dale.
OG Dale. And see, today is the 19th. So we are a mere month away from celebrating one of America's greatest holidays, and that is, of course, Patrick Swayze's birthday. Swayze be with you.
What are you talking about?
Well,
Sure.
just we're talking about great Americans like Dale.
Pardon me while I take
You can't
screenshots
not
during
mention
the,
Patrick Swayze in the same sentence.
Oh, yeah, we can get Swayze with it. Totally can.
Absolutely. It's Tuesday the 18th. It's Patrick Swayze's birthday, so I expect everyone listening to this podcast to print out
there's a look at the Hot Wheels,
Oh, baby.
in stock
Look at
at my local Walmart for a cheap price of $5.47.
pretty dope,
This
man.
is the Hot Wheels Premium Car Culture 76 Chevy Monza collector vehicle. Very nice.
That's a fully functional wing back there. Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Larry's corrected me in chat too that he did get a Portillo's logo on the hood.
Excellent.
So
There you go. Portillo's is adequate as far as Chicago hot dogs go.
but it's you know your best place is always your favorite local hot dog joint, but they're a chain for a reason, that they've done a good job, and they have a very strong corporate culture. I enjoyed my visits to Portillo's.
It's a good place. Yeah.
Steph announcing her presence, talking about nuts and balls.
Important.
Yeah. How many Miatas do we have right now? Because I feel like the majority of the field has gone with the 87s.
Yeah, we've got Greg Lewin. Sure. Yep, there's one. And Stephen Wood also. And Andre Andreev also. So we have 3 Miatas. And it looks
so
like
they're all guaranteed a podium. Good job.
yeah, and well, they're in the same, according to the timing screen, they're in the same class as the Jetta, so they have to compete with, looks like two Jettas. Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
I think they're going to lose then, because the Jettas are just going to have top end, and there's a whole lot of straightaway on this course.
Yeah, it depends on whether or not anybody wrecks, but there's that. Are there any street stocks, or is it all Mustangs in the Class A?
Didn't see any when I was looking. Looks like we've got 3. Wait, the other 3 in the class are not cars at the moment.
That makes it slightly more difficult.
Yeah.
Although I think the typical Camaro operator is going to take the Monte Carlo in this instance.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I would think so.
Hey, the Monte Carlos, and again, if you know what you're doing, and Uncle Dave is a master of this, but those 87s, they're highly tunable, almost too tunable if you're going there like I do as a rookie. And basically, I just keep clicking stuff until it makes it legal for a road course. But if you understand how those cars are set up, so like actual real life dirt track racers really get this stuff, and
Absolutely.
you can do a lot more with these 87s than you can with the Camaros. The Camaros are tunable, but they're just not going to have 200 miles an hour like we're seeing out of Max right now.
That was a little crazy.
That was beautiful. And to be clear, Camaros were a choice tonight, so
Yeah, but
nobody took it. Yeah,
given the option
that's
of
not our
Camaro
fault.
given the option of Camaros v, Monte Carlos, well, duh.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
That's exactly the line through that corner.
perfect.
So he's now transferred over to the Grand Prix course. As you can see, the oval goes over, I think, the road course. I think it goes over. It's like a bridge.
Right here. Actually, right here.
Yeah.
There you go.
And it's a curve. Like you're actually on a banking.
Oh, no,
or
that's
something.
not where it goes. The oval goes over, but yeah, there is like a underpass situation. Ooh, nice.
Oh, and he's already got the counter
yeah.
steer.
Oh, yeah.
And he
Never
Never
left. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
I did watch some video of if you run this without the chicanes, and it's also absolutely manic. So they're both pretty great. So
Those rear tires hot. Oh, yeah.
we'll have to reuse the Monza course and run without chicanes at some point.
Just raw carnage.
Yeah, it's Because I mean, it's like, oh, I don't have to slow that much, but it's like a 90-mile-an-hour corner while you're doing 200, and that's a lot of braking.
And even in iRacing, and I usually run mine with VR, your sense of speed gets a little twisted.
Yep.
Sure.
Here's Max about to go to, I think the next corner is Parabolica, I believe is what it's called. And you're onto the front straight and onto the oval part.
Yes, he's on the inner turn as he's creeping up on the number 3 car.
Did you guys ever watch?
Look at this slide. Yeah, that is. Oh, well done. Nice.
If you can't drive with your right foot, then I guess you can't drive.
Yes.
Did you guys ever see the GT race here? I think it was the Block Pond series where they have like 3 different classes. There's one for all pros, there's one for like a pro-am lineup, and there's one for like 2 amateur guys in the car. And they're in GT3 cars, which are super fast. And it was some like Russian oligarch who was like at his first race. And oh my God, the closing speed is hilarious. He was at Monza and he had like 4 offs in like 6 minutes, like stopped the race twice because he got off. It was so good. And like the commentators they're like, I don't know if you could tell they were like hesitant to be like, should we say something, or are we gonna just get fallen out of a building? Like, how does this work?
I feel like my brother-in-law will have his tractor business bankrupted. Yeah. There's an interesting whole concept on that, and it is the if you just pay enough money, you can go racing.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nicely done.
Oh, and again, steering with the throttle, because that's how you do it.
That was NASCAR.
Yeah.
El Ruyan?
Yeah, I was actually gonna go with that one.
Yeah, ask me what's our fastest top speed of a track? That's a good question. I think it's probably Thunder Hill, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, that's a good one, because you don't run the full course at Thunder Hill. You guys run what configuration?
We typically run the 5 mile, but the front straight there is gigantic.
Yes. Yeah.
New Jersey's also pretty fast.
The Dong version of Jersey, I think, is the fastest I've gone in a Lemons car.
Yeah.
Was last year in the 3-pedal Mafia Honda Civic. I was redlining, and actually all of us were. The entire crew on that one. We were redlining in 6th by the end of the straightaway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Thunderbolt's pretty fast too.
It is, but it's the nature of the Dong course, which
course, yeah.
Everyone wants. It's the Dong course. It sucks, but yeah, there's some high speed stuff, and a couple of times you watch 3 people going 3 wide down that main straightaway, and you're like, you guys only have about 17 seconds to fix this. So hope somebody understands that.
We haven't done Road America in a few years, but yeah, it was fast when we went.
Yep. Do Coda. Why would we do Coda? Coda is the most boring track I've ever driven.
With a Lemons car, yeah, you're gonna be just pinned open, and that I don't know. I don't see the appeal of driving a crappy car at Coda other than to say that you did it.
Exactly. Everyone should drive Coda. If you have an opportunity to do a track day there, you should. But the actual racing of it, I was with a supercar company, and we were doing client experiences at Coda, and I'm glad I did it. I'm not going to bag on it, but on anything less than just full tilt, high end race car, you've got a kilometer-long straightaway. That's just boring.
Yeah. Top speed, probably 130, maybe.
Oh, I think at Texas World, we were in a Miata, and Brian Pollock had the infamous brown wagon. And I think that thing was coming past me so hard that my ears popped. And I think he said he was touching 140 when they had open track.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably about as much as anybody's going to get out of one of them. Somebody asking how the Lemons concept works in sim racing. Well, frankly, we can't do a whole lot with the $500 car thing. So basically, in the general idea of Lemons being that we take something like road racing and make it as stupid as possible, we're doing that here by going to a place revered for its not for its iRacing, but for being a spectacular road racing place. Iconic and famous and legendary and all that stuff. And we're running 87 NASCARs here and Pontiac Solstice sharing.
Yeah, we are. Hell yeah. 6 miles, baby.
That's right. And then next week we'll have a bunch of dumb races at a short oval that are, with cars that are totally inadequately prepared. As well as the Silly Hats only no wheel, no pedal race. I almost said no penal race, which is totally different.
That is very different.
Yep.
That one's usually run in Autobahn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm the best guy out here.
And to that end, because I find this entire conversation fascinating. If I was a new person watching this, where would I go to find out about this? Like your schedule? Are you on the web?
Boy, I'm glad you asked that, Mental. You can go to isuckatracing.com, and that has all of the information you'll need to get signed up and know when to show up, or just know when to watch if you don't have an iRacing rig or don't want to make one, which is where I was going with the Silly Hats only thing. It's for people who use an Xbox controller or an Etch-a-Sketch or wire up all kinds of weird stuff to an Arduino. We've had a French horn. We've had a Buick work car that somebody hacked the CAN bus for to control their iRacer. Just spectacularly weird stuff. So taking something like iRacing and making it as odd and clunky as possible while somehow working is really what we're going after here. And then you have some awesome painted cars like the Cookie Wookie.
Yes. And you do have a sense of community. And this, in the real meat space world of Lemons Racing, because we had a couple of conversations about fastest and top speed and that sort of thing. And one of the, if you do more than 2 of these races, you will learn very quickly that it is very little to do with speed. Absolutely. The cars that win these races in the real world are rarely the fastest. Yeah. They are the ones that have clean pit stops, never visit the penalty box. The team works well together. They can get the car in, get a driver in it, get fuel in it, get it out the door, and consistently. And if you look at the lap times, their driver roster will all run within a couple seconds of each other.
More importantly, they sometimes show up in like a 72 Valiant.
Exactly. Yes, these are yeah. So it's. And that's just endurance racing in general. Speed is important, but you can always spot the rookie team in a Lemons paddock with how many speed parts they pull out.
Yep.
All right, we're lining up.
Somebody new just joined in just in time for the grid.
Uh-oh. All right, so we got the Jacuzzi brothers again. That'll be fun.
Maybe Jeff's around, but not around.
Jeff's here.
Cool.
Mostly. Hi, Jeff.
Yes, Lurian, a 4-cylinder with a 30-gallon tank. However, read the rules. You are only allowed to have a 24-gallon tank in Lemons, and it has to be ATL, and it has to be metal frame. So you cannot buy that at O'Reilly's. You're going to need to go to Jags and get a proper fuel cell. And there was a podcast where we talked about exactly that. Why fuel cells are a terrible idea. Oh, there's Jeff.
There's Jeff. Hello, Jeff.
And boy, wouldn't this be a great time to talk about your podcast real quickly?
And Jeff is internet fell apart again.
Yeah,
so
there we go. All right. It was almost in there. Yeah.
That was excellent. But Jeff, my co-host on the Everyone Racers podcast, which we like to describe ourselves as the leading amateur endurance racing podcast. Get us where you get yours. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. We're on Google Play if you're some sort of Android weirdo. Interesting choice putting the 87s in the front. with the Mustangs in the back.
You assume that we have any idea how to set up a race correctly.
Yeah,
I don't actually know how to do that, but I guess this keeps them from running over the Solstice.
Not at the very beginning anyway. Well, it shouldn't happen on the first lap, so that's good. That'll help.
There'll be plenty of yeeting later.
That's right. Plenty of time for yeeting. That's right.
All right, so we're running 2 Wranglers here. Do we have more than 1 Coors? Yeah, we got 2 Coors. Some very
and I made sure to
unimaginative-
refresh the paints. I'm kind of disappointed, but they're here, and that's what's most important.
Yeah. No Jeff Gordon's Fisherman.
No.
Yeah. We'll need that again.
Hello, boys. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There's Jeff. Hey, look, there's
Hey,
Jeff
hey.
and Jeff.
Oh, Jesus. All right, let me mute, and I'll see if I can figure it all out.
Hey, well, I'm glad you're here.
All right.
And
if
we're
you have your
underway, the
bingo
green
card
flag.
out, you can put your item down for Jeff has sound issues.
Yes. Jeff's got a degree in radio and television broadcasting. You can tell if you
can tell,
listen to any of our shows ever. Or by the fact that there's an echo as I speak, which I'm pretty sure is coming from Jeff's computer to his microphone.
Yeah, he's working.
Yep.
That's pretty great.
Look
Lots of sparks.
look at that.
What the hell?
714
What is
is
going
having
on?
none of that.
What?
In the words of Stunt Granny,
Is this
taking him
a
to
wormhole?
Gapplebee's.
Looks like a wormhole or something. What the hell?
It's an American fireworks show. I also
That
love the
was-
giant pump off of the
Yes.
the oval. It's so good.
Wow, that was awesome.
Everybody piles into the chicane here.
Oh,
Oh,
look out! Oh,
714
there we go.
getting
Everybody
into
works it
one
out.
of the
Doesn't
2
look like
Bill
anybody
Elliots.
hit. Yeah, it didn't look too bad. I'm digging this paint job on the 057 too.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so,
I'm not sure.
yeah. Can we dig into that and see if there's...
I
This
think it's
actually
just
looks like
I think it's just the default one of the default iRacing ones, but I for some
okay.
reason I like it with those green numbers on there. It looks nice.
It really highlights the boxiness.
Yes, it does. It totally does.
I didn't notice they have the arrow screen on the back either.
It looks like something that would have been in my high school parking lot.
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah. Oh, there we go.
Oh, and
Nailed
it comes around.
Have some
F some
chat for
chat.
Ron Harrington. Has a sweet name, by the way. Ron Harrington. Like that.
He usually has the Yeeteos car that we put
yeah.
on social media today as well. So
I bet he joined at the last minute and didn't get a chance to get his in. I'm in before Jeff says hello. Which he doesn't this time. Okay, that's awesome.
Right.
your overall leader has a half lap lead on this gigantic track on the Solstice.
Wow.
on the first
Really?
lap. So,
So we've been going for 3 minutes and 22 seconds, and they're a half a lap up. That is awesome. All right, but if you're listening to this and you're racing, we're very disappointed with the liveries. I want to see some more Jeff Gordon's Fisherman's. Not a moosh schlong in the thing. None of the 87s outside of the Dale Senior Thunderbird are really.
I dig the
pushing
Jay
it. Well,
Becker. Yeah, the
yes, I'm sorry,
VHS
Jay
stylings.
Yeah. You
I'm on
guys
board.
need to be a little more imaginative. The Mustangs really brought their A game in theming tonight.
that's right. You're getting shown up by Mustangs.
Yeah, that should bother you.
Back onto the oval. Once we get into traffic, we're probably going to want to see the Solstice caught on the oval by the NASCARs at 100 or 200.
This will be fine. So yeah, they're all creeping well in. Yeah, there's Max. There's 200. He's still got a couple more seconds. 202, 203, 204. All right, 204 so far our record. We'll see if anybody can get faster.
Sparks. The Sparks are an unexpected surprise that we're totally into.
What does yeet mean? All right, I'm going to need you to get your iPhone. Go to the App Store, and I want you to download something called Urban Dictionary. It's just going to help you with the young people. Or
Means
Steph.
yeet. That's what it means.
Yeah. Steph, if you would explain to Mr. Ross what yeet means.
Tom Pyrick pointing out the Coors cars would be a lot cooler if there were 6 of them. Agreed.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes, Urban Dictionary is your friend. When I was teaching high school, that was actually the second app I downloaded.
Yeet is an interjection. It's informal, slang, and humorous, used to express excitement or approval. That's right.
I believe it also is. It involves throwing or launching something.
Mostly, yeah, launching off stuff is kind of how I'd.
Whoa! He saves it, so no F's in chats. All right, or F's in chat.
Self-spin, so yeah, there's F's in chat for that.
All right.
Coming in hot.
Yes, to shove or throw something off into oblivion. That feels yeety to me, yes. Or to toss with gusto.
I like that. To toss with gusto into oblivion. That.
Go B for accuracy, but you yeet for distance. Yeah, some actual racing going on there.
You guys may remember from being kids the NFL's punt, pass, and yeet contest.
Yes, exactly. I think you had to bring a pitching wedge to that.
That's right. Gonna want a punt, pass, and yeet contest livery at some point also.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Get those going right now.
Yeah. The Googles.
Andy Dunwoody, if you're watching, we need a... What was it again, Eric?
Punt, pass, and yeet contest.
Yeah, there we go. Oh. Hang on to it, Bill.
Can he hold it? No,
there
he can't.
Go.
But he doesn't dent it, and he stays on the racing surface.
Yeah, I don't think he got a 2X for that, so that's done.
No. And he would not have to come in. He would probably still get black flagged, but it would be one of those, don't do that again. Go back out there.
Excellent.
Somebody,
Optional
why
this
is
is
he
one of those
damaged?
Miata carts, I think is what this is.
Yep.
How did he get that smashed up? Are we on accidents? Because I feel like we missed a story there.
Let's see here.
Actually, wasn't Vince was with us at the last race, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was the guy who was driving off the track in the Camaro.
Yes.
Through the S's at Road Atlanta.
He was one of our new racers. Glad to have you back, Vincent.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
All right, so let's see here. Whoa, I don't know why it switched to him. I double clicked on it to show us what happened. Oh! As we see
one of the Bill Elliott's.
One of the Bills going unrelated to what we're showing there. Although now I feel compelled to see what the heck happened there.
Absolutely, his car's a
Okay,
little rounder. All right.
Oh, he hit the bump.
Backing it up.
The bump got the bump. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's some 80s throwback for you. The infield at Daytona. So he comes up.
Oh yeah, he got it rolling off the bump.
Yeah.
That's a long spin, also.
Well, he was doing
200.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And what other car can you be doing 200 miles an hour, lose it, and then just mat it to pull out?
Lady Auburn, I'm pointing out there's a Yes Band livery on one of the Miatas. We'll have to check that out.
Oh, I wonder if he is in fact the owner of a Lonely Heart, which I can only say from anecdotal experience is better than the owner of a Broken Heart.
There you go. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, okay.
50 Shades of Rust.
Yeah. Well done.
I don't see a Miata with a...
Looks like
It's
50
green.
Shades of Poop.
It might be a Solstice.
I think, yeah.
Green, one of the green ones.
There's a handful of
There's a
Solstice. Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Oh, that's really good.
Very 70s.
Cheese to the edge.
Close to the edge.
Oh, I like cheese to the edge better.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Same.
Yep. I hope you're writing this down. We are giving you great theme ideas for both Meat
That's
Space
right.
and iRacing. Cheese to the edge. Just run with that. Let your imagination decide what cheese to the edge means. And
right.
do
We
that
have,
on our next week.
Looks like we have David Bryan and Alex Jacuzzi battling here for second and third amongst the Solstices, and right in front of them is Nick Jacuzzi leading the way. So this is 3 cars within, looks like 4.5 seconds of each other. So that's pretty not bad.
It's really hard to drive away in a Solstice on it. It's like the overall leader's probably going to catch him in the oval on the next lap.
Fantastic.
Just coming through the chicane there. Might catch him before, but
We got some sort of hold up just past the start finish line. It was like car 57 and a couple others. They're not moving. Are they in the pits? Or are they?
Yeah.
Okay. For gas, or they wad up?
who knows?
Okay.
Probably wadded up would be my guess.
Yeah, 057 is Jay Becker, which I believe we saw in the wall recently.
Yes. So he limped it back around, and like any good NASCAR from '87, is they're beating on it with sledgehammers and duct tape.
That's right. Beating on it with duct tape.
Yes.
I just want to see what that looks like.
Again, write this down. Beating it with duct tape. This is the theme. Come on, people. We can't give them all to you.
Leader off the track.
A little bit of commentator's curse there, as M. Scott.
Rambler.
Load one saying you had taquitos for dinner. What kind? Do you have the chicken ones or the near beef? I assume it's prepackaged.
Yeah, say it like frozen, or did you get those off the rollers at 7-Eleven?
Oh, baby. Yeah. I mean, if you eat those regularly, you're immune to everything. I'm pretty sure.
That's right.
But you do have to feast on the blood of small critters. So
That's right. There's a 50-50 chance that if you're buying things off the rollers at 7-Eleven, you do that anyway. That's called Thursday.
I have no idea what the profitability of a 7-Eleven is, but they are all over Las Vegas, like Starbucks in the early 2000s around Atlanta. They are literally, there is a corner where there are 2 7-Elevens directly across from each other at an intersection. I don't understand how all of these 7-Elevens are making money, but they are. All right, so who's our top Solstice, and then let's see what kind of
Here they come.
NASCAR is going to come past it. Yes, so M. Scott, our leader.
Oh, man. And two.
Oh, here we go. Woo.
They got way the hell out of the way.
Oh, they're totally franchised by different owners. I just wonder how they're all making money. I mean, what's the profitability on a squishy? It was frozen Costco taquitos. Those might have been made with food.
I do like Costco flavor.
It tastes like preparedness.
You know, the bump is not nearly as bad at 125 miles an hour, and
It sure isn't.
didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
Oh, and there goes our 80s VHS Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
And this will be good. Let's keep this view for a couple of seconds, because as soon as they come out of these S's, I believe he is about to get a
Yeah, we're about
Leonard Skinner level of Leonard Skinner level of high five as we go by. Is that Freedom Rock, man? Yeah, buddy. Well, turn it up. Wow.
bit ginger on the throttle around that corner. Woot.
Full bill.
Full bill.
Sweet home Monza, Bama. That's right.
Where the skies, they are so blue. Mama, I'm a come home. I come home now. It's fine. I'll be home early. Make a
Be
dinner.
home in time for, yeah.
And I hope Mr. Neil Young, he remember. This young man does not need him around. What was the song that prompted that? The
Southern
backlash?
Man by Neil
Southern-
Young. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
There's an even, if you dig deep into there, it's not really even a song, just a spoken word story set to music by the Drive-By Truckers called Three Alabama Icons, and it gives a unique perspective on that story.
We'll have to check
Oh
that
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Dude, that guardrail gets crazy close there.
It's very close. Giant bump right next to it. And
Yeah, especially when you have no suspension and then you go airborne.
that's pretty great.
All right, Joel Wiggins just winding it out for everything they're worth at 143. And what is that one? Is that a Jetta?
It's a Mustang, I think.
Oh, Mustang. Okay.
Yeah,
Of course, it's a Mustang. It was already dented.
that's right. Man, that thing
Race
is
leader,
great.
204. We haven't seen anything past 204 yet. That's still the record for this event.
He's
But we've got a
way the hell up there too.
long race.
Here's
Yeah.
the bump.
Oh, he's got that figured out. He's got this
Yeah.
car set up well.
I think he may be one of the ringers who has shown up recently in this league. I don't know
Isn't
what
that
leads
great?
me to believe that.
And that's great, M. Scott. But if you're going to be this fast, we're going to need a much more original theme. And any number of our listeners would be happy to get into trading paints and give you something that'll be fun. That would be a great car for Moose
You know
Schlong.
what? You know what we can do? We can actually do something about it. We have the time to.
That's right.
We
Let's just.
yeah, we do.
Yeah. All right. Let's put it on focus on crashes, and then let me get to work.
Excellent.
I feel like pink right out of the get go, like
That's right.
neon.
Oh no! Oh no!
Miami
oh, no.
Vice pink.
I bet we can do Jeff Gordon's Fisherman on the hood at least.
That's where that was going. Yeah.
Okay,
Totally.
yeah. Jeff Gordon's Fisherman deserves the win.
He gets the full. Yeah. He gets the
full
full
Jeff.
Jeff Gordon Fisherman. That's right.
And it's a Monte Carlo, so it's good. It works.
Cosplay on YouTube asking what game this is. This is iRacing. Oh,
Oh, wow. You just got bump drafted by a Solstice.
the Solstice does not like your braking. Straight. Hey, Neil Losi. Glad to see you.
Yes. So, specifically cosplay, this is the iRacing simulator. This league is the I Suck at Racing. 24 Hours of Lemons iRacing League. So, welcome.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. Glad for anybody who's watching this thing on a Sunday night because there's nothing else to watch.
It's probably the least depressing thing on television.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Ooh, Mustangs. Here we go. They're battling it out. That should be interesting.
Ooh, I like that.
The claw on the cookie. Ooh.
That's a meal. That's a meal right there. The cookie
Yeah.
Wookie and the White Claw.
Oh, the claw gets a little squirrely on the bump. Tucks in behind the cookie monster.
That's quite
The meal. Oh man.
Good
Yeah,
drafting. Is he going to try and outbreak him into the S's?
That's called a Woo Girl Wednesday. Is what
Wow.
Oh, Cookie Monster blows the braking, and the claw demonstrates that the law is always to be smooth. Running away with it again.
Dave Carpenter showing up in the chat. Too late to jump on. Glad to have you anyway. Enjoyed the insanity.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
think
so
Dave Carpenter.
In theory, this should work now. We're going to try this together, folks. So
All right, here we go.
Let's see if this worked. Okay, hold on. Let me turn
This
off
is what we
trading
do
paints.
when you're not imaginative.
The trading paints are off. Refresh. What we get?
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's thinking about it. It's thinking
Trying.
about it.
Yeah, we need
Oh, it
some
did it
chocolate.
again. It didn't
Oh.
do it. Oh, I know why. I know why. Because of the teams. I made it his. Okay, I got this. Back to your regularly scheduled conversation.
You're not getting away with this. You're not
Yeah,
getting
hold
away
on,
with
I'll
this.
figure this
Scott.
out. Okay, so now I have to figure.
All
Okay,
right.
I know how to do this too. Anyway,
I think
The claw.
Lady Auburn was onto something, by the way, with the cookie flavored Mad Dog 2020. I think we use chocolate chip cookie dough Mad Dog, and it has to be brown. I think that's how that works.
and a little chunky, yeah. Served cold. There was a great Saturday Night Live.
Yes,
get
I
it-
was just about to go there. Yes, cookie dough sport.
cookie dough sport drink.
Oh man, that is the Will Ferrell in that commercial dumping cookie dough all over himself out of a bottle is one of the most enduringly disturbing images of my my teenage years when that was on.
All right. Yeah, here it is. I found an image here. Give me a second. We'll be able to put that into the chat.
Now Ron Harrington's esports rig blowed up. Just very lemony.
So yes,
Yeah.
all the carbs you need to help you perform at your best. It's cookie dough sport.
That's right.
Again, write this down, people. These are great themes.
That's right. We had a Haterade BMW for years and lemons as well, which is pretty
Yes, I remember that one. And they were good racers. An E30, right?
good.
Yeah, it was.
Four-cylinder E30. They drove the piss out of it.
Hello, gentlemen. Am I working now?
there you are.
You've worked every time.
Sorry. Been shouting test, test into the microphone for hours.
Yeah. So, and this
always
is a
fun.
great time to mention that this level of professionalism is what you can expect from the Everyone Racers podcast. Catch it where you get your podcast every Thursday. Jeff's got a
There you
degree in
go.
radio and television broadcasting. So,
Yeah, so I had a new fancy Bluetooth headset, and it decided it was like not going to work and play well, and was trying to do the microphone through the Oculus, and it just got really ugly. But now I'm here after an hour of virtual Boy Scout camp. We had the opening bonfire tonight.
Did you have an actual bonfire at least?
Well, they did at camp, and we watched it, and it was about as choppy as my microphone was 10 minutes ago. So hard to sing along.
Why couldn't they just have done something to have better Wi-Fi, like had it in the server room?
I don't think fired too well in a server room. Oh,
he
must have got tapped by somebody. Somebody hit him. He was just like in a straightaway, or did it lock up?
I don't think anybody was around.
Wow. Yeah, no, he just,
yeah.
wow. Uncharacteristic.
He put the right rear off in the grass.
yeah.
That'll do it.
He's just doing what
Yeah.
solstices do best.
Not what the jacuzzis typically do. They are usually. There it
I
is.
did it. I did it.
Yeah. So there's our new leader in his proper livery, the Jeff Gordon's fisherman. Put a warm one and put a warm fish stick inside you today.
That's right.
Trust the Jeff Gordon's fisherman.
So good. It's so good.
Right now, someone's watching this, going, "Hey, what the? Oh,
He's crashing. It's like my car changed. What the hell's going on?
The Jeff Gordon fisherman just got him through those S's even faster."
That's right.
Lady A is very excited that we finally got the Gordon's Fisherman up.
Yes. Sorry, I was working hard. I've been working on it for about 5 minutes now, lady. Sorry.
Yeah,
thanks for hanging in there.
Is M.
Yes,
Scott
that's
did not
right. Faith
consent
Insurance
to
is the secondary sponsor. Yeah, that was painted. Yeah, that's right. There's some top flight
We-
computers on there. There's all the important things are on this car.
We have implemented the Gordon's Fisherman paint scheme on this car.
Yeah, if you don't do it, we do it for you.
Oh, he's coming
Quiet
in.
for a little
He's
bit.
pulling in.
My paint.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
He's going to hit refresh.
I might be crying at the beauty of that a little bit.
It's like my camera is following the wrong car. I don't understand what's going on.
My hood's all wonky. What the hell?
My favorite thing is that I didn't have to open Photoshop to do that because I just basically figured out what I copy and pasted Andy's card to Scott's team's car name, and it worked. I'm like, yes. Yay.
All right, so our new leader, Matt Sisko, in the mighty
Team
Dale
Bear. That's right. Yeah. This is the Dale Bird.
I just would like to say for the record, Thunderbird.
All right, can he get past 204? 204 is our highest top speed so far, and he's coming up on the bump.
Oh, no, just 204 is what I saw. Maybe if we get two of them together in a draft.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here we go. This is for position right here.
Oh!
Past the Jeff Gordon's Fisherman.
Yes, Jeff Gordon's Fisherman coming out of the pits.
All right.
These guys can do here in the draft.
All right, come on. Come on, Scott. Get up there. Get up that bird. It's punching a big hole in the air.
I'd like to once again say, a Thunderbird.
Yes. The kittens are suddenly more interested in Scott's car. Here we go.
And he's so crazy.
He kissed the wall, it looked like, coming out of that one. Just barely.
Yeah.
Nice. Good control. All right, he is not letting that the VHS Thunderbird run away. Looks like he's getting some temperature in his tires. We might have ourselves and the Thunderbird blows the S's. And that puts M. Scott back in a second now if he can just run down Sitko. And that's going to be some work.
Good question, Neil. How long until we get the Schlub iRacing logo on a real Lemons meat space car?
I'd like to say 5 days when I'm doing tech inspections or BS inspections here at the Ridge. I would love to see one of these liveries. Moose Schlong, Jeff Gordon's Fisherman. What else am I missing?
Cat on a Roomba.
Cat on a Roomba. Cat on a Roomba, you're going to get to start up front. You're going to be, if I see Cat at a Roomba, you're going to be one of the 10 cars Saturday morning.
That's right.
So, Neil, the only question I think really is why are you not painting your car right now? I know you got one.
I'm guessing Neil is racing with Chris Blizzard or Anton, who are both experienced Lemons iRacers at this point.
They will show up and actually bring an actual living cat and on a Roomba. That's the level that those guys are at, Anton and yeah, absolutely.
I think Anton his cat will probably be in the yellow suit though, not the shark suit. So it'll be cat on a Roomba in an Anton suit.
Again,
I'm gonna fix this one. I'm fixing this one too. Here we go.
What's he getting?
He's getting the same thing. He's getting the same thing. I mean, it's the only thing I have readily available. So
okay.
Here, what just happened? That's fun. 192774.
Team Kick-Ass.
This should turn into a Jeff Gordon's Fisherman also.
Well, we have white.
That's it. That's how we start. There we go.
Oh yes!
Okay,
All of your tails are belonging to Jeff.
Let's see what Peter Monin had the. What did he have on his?
Coors, one of the Coors.
Yeah, the Coors ones are okay. I'm down with that. There we go. So we now have two Jeff Gordon's Fishermans. Right. This one's a little worse for wear, but still digging.
There's always a couple of fish sticks that stick to the cookie sheet. You got to hit them with a spatula, and they come out a little off. Yep. And that's for the youngest child to eat.
Barks.
What does it say on the back of the bumper there?
Trust Jeff Gordon's Fisherman.
Got it.
All right,
Black Magic
Designs.
Designs.
If you dress as a cat on a Roomba, I will give you one get out of jail free if I'm the judge when you come into the pits.
But he has to be on a Roomba.
Yes.
Yeah, you just can't dress in a shark suit.
No.
You have to dress like a cat.
Dress like a cat, and then get a shark suit on top of it.
Technically, you should probably just wear the shark. The cat head in a shark suit. That would probably be enough.
Those are dynamic sky or something.
Yeah, looks like we caught a cloud. So, yeah, the lighting is great. Looks a little. We're throwing some shade on Italy right now.
Oh, okay. He is going to do that at Thompson. I will not be judging at Thompson. I will whooping your butt at Thompson. Eric will be judging at Thompson.
That's right.
Gojira is coming for you. Which the team went to pull that one out, and the brake caliper was stuck because it hasn't been raced all year.
You know what's
Eric,
funny?
we need to use the Gojira Civic to push the Citroën back into the garage.
Excellent. So during a day at home, whatever you want to call it,
Vacation.
yeah, I parked my car, my Focus, like 3 blocks away because I didn't have a sticker to park in front of my house for silly reasons. So anyway, it sat there for 3.5 months. Obviously, dead battery. So I jump started it and went to drive it, and it wouldn't move because the brake pads were like stuck on the rotors. It was like, nah, I'm not going anywhere. So I just gunned
I'm not
it,
interested.
and then it broke everything loose. But
I'm sure
anyway,
the brakes felt great right after that, right?
they dragged for a few miles, but they're fine now.
Do that.
Yeah, it's mostly dead now anyway for other reasons, but.
But you're okay, Neil. You're driving the Volvo 544. That's Anton's car. We know he will paint that. He will go into a theme. Come on.
No. Anton is dead set on the plain white Volvo but never washed. So he's worked on that car so much it's just accumulated like dirt. You know how when you're dirty and you lean on a car, like there's just more grime on it. So the car has a nice cover of grime on it, which looks really great actually. You'll see it up close. It's pretty awesome.
I feel like the Previa could totally rock a Mad Dog 2020.
There might be. Is that Neil? Are you racing Matt's Previa or Russ's Previa? Because there's 2 Previas now in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, that's right. And the one is going to be the Renault Espace Formula One theme. They've actually they posted some of that on Instagram. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, that's Matt's. Russ's is the Previa Ute that has had the back cut off of it, which is also spectacular.
Generally, Utes are pretty cool. If you're Uting a car, you're doing all right.
Well, we have terms. You can get bished and you can get tullied. But if you have a vehicle, it can also get sasha'd, which means a chunk of your roof comes off.
Or all of the roof.
Or all.
Excellent. That's one of many great cars showing up. It's the Renault Previa F1 thing. I think Russ is actually bringing the Jaguar, which is a 59 Mark 1 with a later swap, like inside the cabin. They cut out the firewall and put the engine farther back for some reason.
That sounds perfectly safe.
I don't quite understand it, but it exists. So.
All right. So we are 33 minutes and 15 seconds into this race, and it is time for another beer. Would anybody else like one?
Yeah, grab me.
Yeah, I'll take one too.
All right. I'm going to do mine in a dressed glass, so I do salt and lime. Anybody else?
No,
that's terrible.
No lime for me.
Okay.
That's terrible.
By the way, at some point, I don't know if you can actually see them on here, but there are the flag stands in the oval section are like these big concrete like pilings above the banking. They're pretty crazy looking, and I believe they're still there with the banking. The banking is still existent at Monza, unused with weeds growing out of it, but it's cool stuff. I think they might be modeled in the game, but I'm not sure.
This is a crazy track.
It's pretty wild, yeah. Yeah, among the things, I think they stopped using it in the 60s after the crash that was then recreated in Grand Prix.
Yeah. Ryan's trying hard to find it. Oh, look at that.
I just want to see a car
Bridge.
fly by. There it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Podium Esports rating us with a party of 16. Thank you, Podium
Oh.
Esports.
Well,
how
hello
did your
there.
broadcast go tonight, guys? Did you have a good GameWorks premiere stream tonight?
Are you speaking English still, Ryan? Because I don't.
Yes. Yes.
You sound
yeah.
like my 12-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
Daddy, guess what?
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah
That's
blah
right.
blah blah blah. Overwatch. Blah 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 blah.
Yep, my nephew streams on Twitch. I learned this weekend. So
Oh wow. There you go. Surprise.
yeah,
What does he play?
Call of Duty.
Oh, nice.
F in chat.
F's in the chat. Pay your respects.
Yeah.
That's the origin of F's.
Yeah, I
respect, right,
actually
yeah.
had never heard of it until I started broadcasting with you people,
Yeah.
and then I had to Google it. I was like, I can't have Eric Rude being cooler on the internet than I am.
Yeah. I mean, jeez. What was the Podium Esports event they were doing?
It was their first broadcast for a new series that started out. I think it's Games. I want to say GameWorks, not GamesWorks. I say it wrong, but Cup cars. And I'm trying to remember where they were racing at tonight, but yeah. No, Mixer. I think the 22nd will be the last time that we'll see Mixer. So yeah.
That's this is the last one then, isn't it?
Yep. This will be the last one we stream on Mixer. We'll probably start doing some of the other random ones that are out there too. There's like 30 streaming platforms. Not that that's ridiculous or anything. But yeah.
Wow.
So Mixer.
F in
yep.
chat for mixers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
It's super useful. Actually, I like it a lot. So that sucks.
Yep. Got a battle for the second position going down between Max and Matt right here for second and third. They are
I'd
about
like to once
22
again
seconds
say-
back.
I'd like to once again say, a Thunderbird.
Thunderbird. I can't tell
Mustache
if
coming at you.
they've been rear-ended a little bit, or if the spoiler is just naturally bent as the shape of it.
That's a good question.
They've been
All right, guys, I'm
rear-ended.
back.
Definitely been rear-ended.
Yeah.
Ryan, here's your beer. All right.
Thank you.
Eric, here's yours. And Jeff, you said you wanted a White Claw?
Yeah, White Claw, definitely.
There you go. There was the flag stations on the
Oh, okay.
upper side of the banking. It's hard to see them. They're actually bigger than the model.
whoa.
Oh, hey,
shows.
look at that.
Yeah. So the flaggers are 15 feet above the track, which is totally nuts.
That's like the top of the hill at New Hampshire.
Yeah.
There it is over there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, Mad Dog versus Thunderbird. Which one is
good times.
worse?
Cool. When my brother-in-law turned 30 many years ago, I gave him the turning 30 party hard for one last time pack, which was 2 40s of Old English,
Oh,
and he and I
And
he and I
duct
found
tape,
those.
so he could pay
No, we didn't.
40 hands.
We didn't play Edward 40 hands, but we grilled out and each had a 40 as we grilled out. It's good. It was a good birthday.
As you do.
That's right.
in my 20s, I was stationed in Europe, and what started out as a bachelor party became a biannual tradition.
Oh, that was
We would
great, by the way.
That's a great
That
hand.
was nice feeling right there. We would load up in a friend's van, get a designated driver, and then just go bar hopping. But the rule was, while you're in the van, we had a bottle of Mad Dog, a bottle of Thunderbird, and a bottle of Boone's Farm. And it was not. Oh! That is
Working
not
it out.
cool.
Work it out,
Max.
Brussels sprout.
Whatever beef these guys got, they better fry it up and get back to racing.
I think they're both just trying not to go off the track. Looks like they both got their rear tires ablazing. This is There you go.
Oh, this is just a nice side-by-side action. Oh, and he saves it. And let's get a load of that driving suit inside that number 5 too. That is some 80s awesomeness right there.
That is Chris Penn in Reservoir Dogs. That is what's happening there.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
On the
Oh, yes, there it is.
on the YouTube, that's funny. On the YouTube,
I feel like I'm going to break dance right now just looking at it.
My weekend is talking about the tree stand. That's going to leave a mark.
Sitko, one time was running in first place, gets a little bit of the commentator's curse, but he's got an hour and 20 minutes, and he's talented enough to reel that back in.
He took it right in the old mustache there.
So, yes. So while we're in the van, those 3 bottles of liquor, by rules, had to keep moving. So if it got handed to you, you had to take a sip of it until they were all 3 empty. And one night, as a van full of drunk idiots is coming back on base, our stone cold sober driver ends up, he saves it, very nice, with half a bottle of Mad Dog poured into his right Perry topsider. So he reeks worse than all of us.
Why is he wearing Perry topsiders? That's
Because it was 1991.
You know, we've only been watching the NASCARs here, but some great other cars out there. Mustang, Cookie Wookie.
Yes, we went through the Cookie Wookie earlier. It's well done.
I love watching them zap by the old solstices.
Yep. There's the Iron City Volkswagen.
Getting harassed by a Miata.
It's the same class. That's probably for position, actually.
This is actually one of my favorite team names. There's no other joke than the obvious one there, but I don't know how many times I've uttered that phrase.
That's probably fine.
That defined my first Lemons race. We didn't have a functioning temperature gauge.
It'll be fine.
Probably fine.
Yeah. Love
I
that
think I've
there's
talked about how
almost
that turned
4
out
wide
for-
on 2 different straightaways going on there. That was great.
That is pretty awesome.
I spent the weekend replacing the air shocks on my Mercedes.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Oh, yes. And I was doing my level best to not say that. And if I got to the point of it's probably fine, I just would put the tools down and go inside and work on it the next day.
I've been replacing
Here's the
floors in my
Jetta
Miata
battle
all
for the
day.
lead. Alan Evans and Chris Wolfson battling it out for the lead of the Jetta class.
Say, but that Miata's for your brother, Jeff. It's probably fine.
Well, we're both track daying it next week, so.
Gonna be in your favorite part of the world, Eric. They're heading up to pit race.
Oh, yes. Very nice. Make sure you go down to Pants and That.
Yeah,
Pants
we'll go
and
to
that.
Pants and That.
That's an app.
Oh,
To get
One
to the
word,
thing.
Nat.
Yeah.
right.
This is some excellent drafting. So the Iron City Beer and the Miata really doing their best to try and get
Yeah,
around.
the Miata totally hangs with the Jettas. Totally does.
Yeah, the Italian sponsored Olive Garden Jetta.
Yeah, it
of
looks like at the
Alan
end of
Evans.
the straightaway, the Jettas have maybe a 5 or 10 mile an hour advantage, but as soon as they hit the corner, the Miata pulls right back up to them.
So
Jeez, I
this will
have
get
no
settled on the
idea
bank
who
table.
My weekend is, but he seems to know that there is a caged Z sitting in my driveway.
It's Hamza.
Oh boy.
Oh, is it Hamza? Hi,
Yep.
Hamza. What's up?
Which we're not supposed to say that because Hamza's definitely afraid of all social media. But
I'm sorry, it's Mr. H. Mr. H, welcome to the YouTube.
Okay, so let's talk to the leader here. Hey, Scott, you're in the broadcast booth. I have one question for you. Do you trust Jeff Gordon's Fisherman?
Maybe? I don't know.
Well, we noticed that you were rocking the Dale, so we painted you up a car, and you're now driving the Jeff Gordon's Fisherman Monte Carlo.
Oh, does it have me in the Dale scheme?
Yeah, so we took care of
not
that.
anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, that's one of the powers of being us.
Seeing
You
the
can just repaint your car while you're driving.
That's right.
Well, dang, my custom scheme didn't come through then.
It's a team
you had
event, so
something
that's probably a
custom.
trading
Okay,
paints
great.
thing. Yeah. No, this is the Jeff Gordon's Fisherman. But yeah, with it being a team event, it's probably a trading paints thing, not assigned as a team car. So, but yeah,
If you can get
congratulations
someone
on
to
a successful first 54 minutes.
Thank you. This car's been an absolute handful.
We've
They all
noticed,
are.
and that's great. Yeah, good times. I love the closing rate with you guys in the solstices there too. That's great. Nice job lifting back there with the Mustang. That was smart.
Yeah, I'm trying to give these guys as much room as I possibly can because I know the closing rate on this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and beyond. Well, thanks for joining us in the booth, Scott, and good luck in the rest of the race. And if we get bored, we'll probably grab you again and talk to you and see how things are going from wherever you are on the track.
God, if you can get
All right,
someone to email us, that custom paint scheme that didn't come across, we might be able to throw it up there for you.
I am
Driving a race
currently alone, so for
He is
the
solo.
moment,
He's
I'll just-
Iron Manning this, so he's just going to roll with the Jeff Gordon's Fisherman.
Fair
Yeah, at
enough.
the moment, I will roll with the Gordon's Fisherman. Trust Gordon's Fisherman.
Scott is a first responder. Thank you for what you do, Scott.
Hey, thank you, Scott.
There you go.
It's a pleasure to serve, and I love every second of my job.
Stay safe.
It's good to hear that. We appreciate people like you, and I know a lot of people take that for granted, so wanted to acknowledge that. But good luck in the rest of the race, and we'll probably talk to you again at some point.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys, the
So,
leader, Scott Ramler. All right.
I was going to say, while we're moving Scott out to the side, Steph Schrader would like to know if she could submit some penalty livery. And yeah, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
But you're going to have to get into iRacing and make it. Like, yes.
Well, the templates, I think, are on the website.
yes.
I'm not sure if they've been updated, but most of them should be there.
I don't have the 87s on there, but
Okay.
A Porsche lump would be wonderful.
How do you make a paint livery that's red and doesn't run?
Good question.
trust Jeff Gordon's Fisherman.
That's right.
Right. Oh, the Thunder Chicken getting a little early at 190. That'll make a little poop come out.
Just a little bit. Ooh, nice shot of him coming over the bump. Oh, Sitco wrecked right in front of him. Wow.
Hey,
Whoa.
Oh.
That was about to be a yeet moment right there.
there it was. I'd like to mention that Steph Schrader is suggesting that I eat poops. Suggesting that her car doesn't run well.
To that end, also, Jeff, if you get a chance, check out our iTunes reviews because we just got a recent review.
I bet Sitco hit the bumps and slid all the way to. Yep, exactly what happened.
All right.
He's sideways when he
Oh,
hit the
yep.
bump.
Little out of it, and then he kisses the wall, and it's now you're just a passenger.
Hey, boy.
Yeah. The invisible arrow flaps doing their job.
Right.
Full Howard Dean right there.
Now almost gets hit by a Mustang. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. And boom. And then here comes just rounding out of the high speed corner now. Go. Yeah, there it is. in car photo of the exact
As
moment
you see
when
him sawing the wheel, trying not to crash, just from going around the track. Oh yeah, surprise! There's a car right in front of you. So, at full speed, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that wasn't 60 something. That was about $170.
Yeah.
actually my weekend, that is a great idea. A summer's eve preparation H delivered car because I think the flat Earth has run its course.
Ooh.
Both in theme and in body count.
Let go.
And he is going to limp this car all the way back around because F waiting on a tow truck. Good on you. which you can do that in iRacing. Do not do that on a real racetrack because all you're doing is oiling the track for the rest of us.
Those Mustangs can outturn those 87s.
See the Cookie Wookie and Jeff Gordon's Fisherman battling it out there.
Yeah, but the Jeff Gordon's Fisherman's about to open up a freshly baked cookie tray of Freedom fish sticks on that Mustang.
Somebody in the chat was suggesting that we need a cookie puss theme.
Still here in close battle.
Cookie pusses, by the way.
Okay, so you being from the center of the states, you might not understand. But out here we have a ice cream place called Carvel's. You got any of them?
No.
And they had a TV commercial that was the most amazing thing. They made like ice cream cakes. And they had an ice cream cake called Cookie Puss.
Okay.
And throughout the 80s, they had an electronic voiced TV commercial. Cookie Puss is like some sort of alien.
Okay.
And it would be like, Cookie Puss! And it was just the most hilarious thing ever.
Huh. Okay. Guess you had to be there. Okay, then.
Budgie the Whale? I don't know.
I mean, we had Empire Carpet commercials here and Eagle Man Insurance.
So that's what bothered me about the early days of cable television in the late 70s, early 80s, is that by the time I was in third grade, having never left the South except for a trip to New Jersey, I could sing the 588-2300 Empire.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was a thing in the South, too?
No, I had WGN. And
right.
You know, if at the same time, if you were watching cable at the same time, you got exposed to TBS, and we had Wolfman Jack's Unclaimed Furniture Mart.
Wolfman Jack's Unclaimed Furniture Mart.
And he looked like Wolfman Jack. He had a gray patch right in the middle of his beard, and kind of heavy set, and he had the square haircut, and yeah, that was his thing.
Bill Fisher, I hate you. I hate you so much for putting that in the chat. That is the worst thing.
I get back to chat here.
Oh, that is the worst jingle that's ever jingled.
I
jangled.
But I was too
That's right.
busy finding Cookie Puss pictures for you.
Oh man. Well, it's one of those things where you have to like wonder, is it a stroke of marketing genius or is it just a total idiot with a marketing job, basically?
Yes to both.
I'm going to go with the blind squirrels and broken watches kind of a theory on that one.
Yes, there you go.
I put that.
But since you busted out that picture of Chris Penn in the 80s gear, I mentioned before I'm on a Miami Vice kick lately, and so I've been watching. My wife looked up and said, "Is that Bruce Willis on Miami Vice?" And that was our episode last night. He was a international drug smuggler and wife beater that they took down.
That's like every episode of Law and Order SVU has, oh my God, Ludacris is like he's been on his 3 different people on SVU. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're talking about now. Yeah, because Luda's my guy, being from Atlanta. Yeah.
Right. No, he's just been in it many times.
Yes, that's awesome.
All right, so
There it is. Oh, Jeff's got the Cookie Puss.
Oh my! What? No. Everything happening there is bad.
wait. The best part was
So this is a billboard I saw yesterday, and I'm so befuddled by how a marketing person would be like, you know what we need to use to sell kids is sexual assault jokes. That'd be really funny, right? Like, how does this happen? Can someone explain this to me, by the way?
So the best thing about Cookie Puss is then right around the beginning of March, you would begin seeing Cookie Opus, which in the chat you can see Cookie Opus, special St. Patrick's Day Cookie Puss.
Oh my God.
I'm going to go back to your thing about it's some old guy in charge of the marketing department, and he's not an evil person. In fact, he thinks that basically most people are good.
Right.
And he sees these stories and he thinks they're bad, but having never had to endure any of that sort of thing, he doesn't understand the damage that those kind of situations create. And he thought, oh, I'll just put up this billboard and parents will chuckle and buy this stuff for their kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever Alexander the Grape is, that's what it's for.
And I feel like that's a joke made in a working environment with close friends that understand that there's no evil behind it. But as a marketing gimmick, yeah, you probably should have ran that one past somebody, buddy.
Yeah, I'm with the chat saying that Cookie Puss looks absolutely terrifying. Yeah.
Yes, there's a whole lot of chat people that are very frightened by you now, Jeff.
There's some dong nose happening there. I can't handle all of this.
Well, there were some people who just absolutely loved Be the Whale. Was
right.
You know.
Nope.
Yes.
Y'all East Coasters are weird. Where is the, Carvel is just is it like a New York thing? Like, where does that even originate from?
It's around, maybe, I don't know.
Nope, got some Robo Mental.
Some of the packets are making it here. Most of them are.
Yeah.
Mental, you may want to disconnect from the voice channel and come back.
Maybe he's attempting to do a Cookie Puss impersonation. I haven't seen the commercial, so I don't know.
Cookie Puss
Steph Schrader pointing out that the Middle Coast is weird. That is, you worship mayonnaise. You are not allowed to say that about the middle of the country.
So, many people preferred Fudgy the Whale. You can see Fudgy the Whale in the chat.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar with Fudgy.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are suggesting
Office,
that.
Andy wanted a Fudgy the Whale.
Oh, there you go.
You know, the upper Midwest is the land of mayonnaise and ranch. So I don't, if you can't get behind those things, then I guess the Midwest is gross. I'm not a big ranch guy myself, but I'll eat mayonnaise on everything.
Well, what's the deal with the Cincinnati spaghetti? Like,
It's good. No, that's wrong. Everything happening there.
Yeah, we're going to discuss what's wrong with the Mideast, or the
Mid-East,
Midwest crappy food. We have to say.
Yeah, Skyline chili is. Yeah, the Skyline chili is the worst. My girlfriend lived in Cincinnati, and she refused flatly to eat it. It's basically chili over spaghetti or something. I don't.
But it's a very tomatoey. Like ketchup-y chili. It's not like.
It's not spicy chili. Which,
exactly.
If you're not eating spicy chili, then you're not really eating a real food thing.
Yeah.
You're eating tomato soup.
That's basically meat sauce.
Yeah. Which is a Rochester thing. Is the what do they call it? Meat hot or something like that. Tom Pyreck will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like chili that they boil all the liquid out of, so then you just have the meat and the beans, I think. And then they have garbage plates, which is like that.
Garbage plates. That's just, it's like Cincinnati chili within like
meat hot. Yeah.
Yeah, like a noodles.
No, it's like potato salad.
Yeah, potato.
Mustard and tater tots or like home fries or something, and then meat hot. It's actually, I was surprised that it is not the worst thing I've ever eaten. I'm sorry, Doug Kistner, I cannot get behind Skyline chili. Just can't. Yeah. I don't know. Local cuisine, I'm all about trying it, but Skyline chili's weird. Also, St. Louis pizza is the worst.
Don't like the emos with the Proville cheese.
Provel cheese is disgusting. It tastes like you're eating plastic leftovers or something. Yeah.
I don't know. The garbage plate is pretty scary looking.
Ooh. Have you guys had a horseshoe before?
Go on.
Yeah, so like toast and of your choice, and fries and beer cheese all over the whole thing.
Sign me up. I'm there.
Sounds very Wisconsin.
Yeah, definitely an Illinois thing. Last time I had one. Good stuff.
It's not Granny asking what St. Louis pizza is. It's like a cracker crust, which I'm fine with. But then
the Cecil Whitakers. Yeah.
But then they put Provel cheese on it, which is like American cheese, but it's like some kind of processed fatty cheese that does not belong on food, let alone pizza.
Tom Pyrak just said what was in the garbage plate, but it like went above my thing. I can't.
Yeah, scrolled out of the chat. Look at
Mac salad, home fries, choice of hot dog, white or red, and burger, regular or cheese. The only good food out of Rochester.
I could believe that too. Yeah.
There you go.
I had one once when I was in Rochester.
I would give it a shot.
It's not. It looks disgusting, which is why it's called a garbage plate. But it's not bad. Not bad. Had worse.
According to the internet, Provel cheese is a white processed cheese product particularly popular in St. Louis cuisine.
That's right.
That is a combination of cheddar, Swiss, and provolone. It has a low melting point, and therefore has a gooey, almost buttery texture at room temperature.
Yes. It's creamy.
Yeah, man. Can't get behind it.
I'll check that out.
I had it once accidentally at a bar, and since I was already several drinks in, it was edible, but certainly not something I would choose to eat normally. Detroit pizza is like a square pan, right? Isn't that the thing? Anybody know Detroit pizza? I thought it was like a rectangular.
You're asking me? I'm from New Jersey. What do I know?
Somebody in the chat knows.
Oh yeah, probably.
Hey, do we care about anything from Detroit?
We're looking at Monte Carlos and Mustangs. I think we do, my friend.
Yes, we do.
More input.
Loose meat sandwich. I have not had, by the way. Loose meat sandwich, famous from the TV show Roseanne, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
A loose meat sandwich, and not in Iowa, in Nebraska.
Sounds so bad.
It was actually before Roseanne opened that loose meat shop, and it was like I was stunned by the entire concept of basing a restaurant about something called loose meat, because it sounded like
that's interesting.
It was actually it was good though, because it's by nature it's slow cooked.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Solstice Mustang 87 all in the same shot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's your thumbnail for the YouTube.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
we have Jeff Gordon's Fisherman, but yeah.
That's what we call differential of speed. That's differential enough. It might be an AER race.
Randall Davis says he lives in that area of Iowa. There you go. Loose meat.
It's definitely a Midwest thing.
Bills.
Randall Davis, you must prove it by telling me what the 4 cities are in Quad Cities.
Nobody knows that.
What, the
Nobody
Quad
can name
Cities?
more than 3. Literally nobody can name more than 3.
Davenport one.
Davenport is 1.
Yes. All I got. Quincy.
Quincy is not
I've been
one.
there, so I know the answer.
Damn. Little
It's,
Caesars makes Detroit style. Oh, okay.
It's Davenport, East Moline, and Rock Island.
That's correct.
Rock Island, I should have
Rock
known.
Island is not really a city; it's a military base.
No, it is not Iowa doesn't have any active duty military base.
Bettendorf, yeah. Bettendorf's down the river a little bit. I think, or is Bettendorf one of the Quad Cities? Shit, I don't even know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Everybody just knows them as the Quad Cities, and they all run together.
Yeah, I think Rock Island is actually in Illinois.
Rock Island
Right.
is Illinois. That's right.
Yep.
There's some hella good ruin porn in Rock Island, if that's your thing.
To what? Oh, gotcha.
Ruin porn, like
Yes.
things that are
yeah.
falling
Got it.
down. Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. Where'd your mind go directly?
I don't know. I was
see how it
concerned
is.
immediately. I was immediately concerned, and then like thought about it for a minute, and then I was like, "Oh, it's like how welding porn is not actually porn.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
pictures of welding. So it's
Right.
like either like a picture of Stonehenge or something would be ruined porn. Gotcha.
Yeah. Abandoned places, buildings falling down, rusty
Nice.
things.
There's lots of YouTube channels for that kind of stuff.
Stuff's super cool. And,
Yeah.
it's one of the things I like very cautiously sending people on Lemons rallies, actually, of all things, because it makes for really good photos with your crappy car parked next to,
Yes.
the building with all the windows blown out of it. That stuff's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Just got to be careful about sending people to places like Cairo, Illinois, which is apparently the sketchiest place in the universe.
I liked down there where the Ohio and the Mississippi come together there.
Yeah, that's Cairo. Yeah.
Yeah, cool place to stand and watch mud crash into other mud.
Crash into other mud, yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Mud-colored
Illinois,
mud.
just where the Illinois River dumps into the Mississippi, is also a cool place.
Yep.
Just upriver from St. Louis.
Lived in Plattsmouth, Nebraska, which in any other part of the world would be pronounced as Platt's Mouth.
Right.
And it was also a place where mud met mud, where the Platte dumped into the Missouri River.
So it's not just
I
a
could
clever
watch 87s go over that bump all
Yeah.
night long.
Yeah, that's so
yeah,
good.
I zoomed that camera in just so every time they come by there, it's like, yeah, that's pretty great. But legit,
It's kinda
I'll
like-
be honest, I'm legit watching the track map, waiting for the next one to click on it. So yeah,
It's almost like the Porsche 935. No two laps will ever be the same. So every time one of the 87s comes over that, every one of them is different.
Bill Fisher in the chat suggests that he was welding all night by saying he was stacking dimes. Bill Fisher, I was
right.
fixing my Miata, and I would like to call that flinging boogers. That's what I was doing.
And
I weld.
having seen Bill
Oh.
Fisher's welding, wow, yeah, it takes the
that
outside.
worked out. That
You
worked
know
out.
what? Against the wall there, you don't really get the bump.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna go with it's. Having seen Bill Fisher's welding, but also knowing him as a person, he could have literally just had like a
The
dimes
two
and
Jeff
just be
Gordon's
stacking them
fisherman
up.
cars are together.
Oh, this is that. There's our new thumbnail. I was wrong before.
Oh,
That's
baby.
the thumbnail. Yes.
Yeah, there
Going
it is.
over the bank together. Yeah.
Oh. So that is M. Scott about to lap one of the other 80. Yes,
Correct.
he's about to lap
Yeah.
an 87.
He's actually already lapped him twice. This will be the third time he's lapped him. Oh, I'm guessing for reasons like that.
Yep.
He did not trust Jeff Gordon's fisherman.
No, he did not. Can I take a moment and say, I thought Thunderbird.
No,
Damn
that's
right.
Monte Carlo.
Sorry.
Ron Harrington pointing out that oval is a legit adventure every lap.
Yeah.
Fact. Wow. Becker's figured it out good. Push.
It seems like if you stay to the outside of it a little bit, it's not as harsh.
Yeah, it's not as harsh, but
And he came out of that already looking ahead of how he's getting it around that Mustang and Golstein.
Yeah.
Well done.
I'm glad I speak zeros and ones because I was able to understand that.
That's right. Are you Bender?
I'm sorry about my interwebs.
Oh, you're good.
I
there's no
actually
white.
did just reboot everything.
Oh yeah, it's better. You're fine.
00100000100.
Time travel.
My favorite part about that series is the backlash from the Fry's dog that they got. They had to address the Fry's dog episode. The I waited for you, Fry.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So both of the course stars also. We get both courses and both Jeff Course fishermen. This will be epic.
You can only hope.
It's a great team name. All by myself.
Blame the Navy.
There's never a time when I don't blame the Navy. Duh. Although, well, I take that back because I've really been shifting my blame lately to the Space Force.
That's legit.
Do we have a got a fuel? Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah. Oh, either that or like someone in his house just walked in and said, "Hey, the toilet's clogged. Hang on, we park."
Can we get him in the chat?
With the plunger.
I love that
we
he had
can't.
like 4 acres of runoff to the right, and he pulled 3 inches off the track.
I love how in Meet Space World, if we went to the onboard camera when they ran out of fuel, they'd be like pounding their fist into the steering wheel and furiously punching the roof of the car. In iRacing, they just leave their hands at 10 and 2, waiting for the car to start up.
Wait patiently.
Everything looks like slow motion over the bumps, except for the NASCAR.
Yes.
Here comes the Jetta about to pop over it. It's like slow-mo. And then...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Nicely done again, Mr. Becker. Smooth.
Damn smooth.
Without the Navy, we wouldn't have the last TV. Okay, all right, the last ship. First off, I there's a lot to unpack on why you're wrong there, but also it could totally have been the Coast Guard.
I like that show, like the first season, like when there was
Yeah, I
actual
watched the
suspense
first
and you thought
season.
they were going to
I
get
don't-
blown out of the water. Like I was down with like the ship stuff without the whole pandemic
Virus
or whatever.
stuff,
Virus,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of convenient, yeah.
Virus is such a worn out plot point right now. I've been watching that same show since like March. I'm freaking tired of it.
Amen.
So, submariner, I just shook my head, which is honestly nonverbal is the primary means of submariners' communication. They don't like to talk at all.
I should have been a submariner. Just learned that today. Two of them over the bumps here. Just a second.
Oh, both of the Thunderbirds. Thunderbird! Thunderbird!
No, that's a
Thunderbird!
good bump.
So the Slovene is cleaner. His car's up front now, either because he pitted or he's just been racing better. And he's being chased by who's in the next?
He has 20. His team has 24 incidents. So
Okay, so he just got out
and
of
he
the pits.
pitted 5 laps ago. So
Yep.
I mean, he's kept it clean the last 5 laps. Know that for a fact. For sure.
Eric, I've kept it clean for 5 laps. What would that buy me of my 4th visit to the penalty box?
A one-way trip to your paddock space. Even at Niage. There's your Navy reference.
Oh yes, absolutely. LT Smash.
Lieutenant LT.
Lieutenant LT Smash.
That's one of my favorite Simpsons episodes.
Is this boasting? I was not told there'd be boasting.
We do 3 kinds of marketing here. Subliminal, liminal, and superliminal. Superliminal, what's that? Hey, you! Join the Navy! Okay, yeah. Love me some Simpsons. It's from like the good years too. That's like
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Oh yeah.
he's got that on lock going over the giant bump.
Yeah, Becker has figured that out with the. And I think the birds have a distinct somewhere in the matrix, they've got an aerodynamic advantage over that.
Which birds was that?
Oh, you know the word. Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
Oh, go back to Becker. It looks like he was about to get a little squirrely.
Having some problems there. Bilge people livery would be great. I agree with that. Birds aren't real. We have a birds aren't real person in the chat as well.
That also, great theme. Just,
I agree.
Folks, every Sunday night they're doing these races, and you've got a week to come up with great liveries, and birds aren't real on a Thunderbird is a great livery.
Jay Becker making up his own racetrack there.
Hey, if it's paved, it's part of the track.
Yep.
If it's not paved, it's an optional part of the track.
Well, that's what the non-chicane version there has, like a, on the front straight when you get
Yes.
there. Eventually, it has the green divider down the way. It has that, but like it's like an alley, like guiding you. So it's just something to hit at 150.
Which is a very Italian way to make a safety feature.
Yeah.
Something making to smash it into two.
We started planning, and then we need a break. We need a break.
Mama called me for dinner. He's fine.
Yeah, that's right. So good.
Jeff, your Jersey speak is being complimented. Is that the Zach Bowman telling us to do a J turn? You got 44 minutes and 24 seconds before all that nonsense starts. I see Jeff in chat your link there. I have the Dunder Mifflin street stock Transmero.
Yeah, I was trying to find something cool to penalize the Thunderbirds with, but
Pretty good. You need a more
we
obscure
need something
one.
more stupid. But that's there's not a whole lot of stupid in here.
Short
Everybody
notice.
Thunderbird is too serious.
Need some persons paper company. Is that what the
Michael
People
Scott Paper Company.
Michael Scott
people-
paper company?
Yeah. And then Dunder Mifflin, the commercial they were making for the when he dismissed the ad people. Oh yeah.
Well, Zach, welcome to our lovely iRacing League. And next time Sam is in your garage, tell him he needs to get back out here on the West Coast and race with us when all this craziness is done.
I don't know. We haven't had a good office screen theme in Meat Space, I think.
No. It was a Toyota Supra, and they won the race, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say it was on the West Coast. I want to say Jeff Block. Oh God.
There was an Office Space one.
Yes, yes, right. That's what it was.
Different than
Jack Baruth, Jeff Bloch. They towed an office behind the car for the BS inspections.
No, that was Speedy Cop.
I think I know it was Jack Baruth because that was he was very proud of winning that race.
You might be mixing up stories.
I probably
He
am.
often does.
It's really about the presentation that more than
Yep.
it is the facts.
Yep. Great Scott. Oh man, yes. Great Scott. So good.
Threat level midnight.
We don't need
Threat
to
level
mention-
midnight. Yes. A
we
threat
don't
level
need to
midnight.
mention
thing
it,
would be
but
great.
in the broadcast text, I have the correct theme for the Thunderbird penalty.
Nice.
It is a 3-pedal Mafia special. So if I could clap my hands, get to it, Ryan.
Yeah.
Do my bidding.
How come nobody's done a Thunderbird sponsored Thunderbird?
That would be great.
No, there has been. Let me find that actually.
Ooh, now Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm pretty sure
Yes,
we've seen
Lady A.
that it's been done poorly in Meat Space many times because it's hard to do it right. But we have not seen it in iRacing unless it was one of the events I missed. Back when the days when you had to go to a theater to see that, I think I was in the 250s for how many times I saw that movie.
Oh, that's a lot. I was probably at over 100, but probably under 200.
Basically, that was our Friday and Saturday night for several years.
Are there pictures out there of you in costume?
No, because it was film camera and it was all in a dark theater, so there were no digital cameras back then.
So I was in a production at college.
Very nice. Here we go. So we've had Meat Space Thunderbird. Very nice.
Yeah, it's really good, actually. They did it well, too. They did the whole bum wine thing to the nth degree.
Nice.
Well, and it looks like they did their research because it was Thunderbird was a product of the Ernest and Julio Gallo product line.
Right.
And the rumor mill is that Ernest used to go to downtown and he would have his limo driver take him through Skid Row and he'd roll down his window and just yell out, "What's the word?" And if he heard Thunderbird, he knew that the marketing was working. And then what was it? Is what's the price? I'm going to say a quarter twice or something because it initially was very, very cheap. Oh, yeah. Wow. I don't want to acknowledge that comment, but I'm going to chuckle at it.
Is bum wine a double entendre? Depends on what. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Yeah, because first you
Let's go with
drink
yes.
it, then it happens.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, those are the same guys who made the Thunderbird after that. The green one with it was like the Thunderbirds
TV show.
TV show, yeah. Let me see if I can find that one too. Because that's also really good. Because they put, like the rocket engines on it with streamers. Make it look like it's going.
I remember that one, yes. And that one made it to Barber a couple times.
Did it? Yeah, that sounds right.
Because it was us, the
Incoming.
Inglourious Bastards.
Whoa. 70 miles an hour difference there.
Oh. Yep.
That was wild.
That is I've seen that Thunderbird several times. That was a good one.
Yeah, full send. That was yeet. For the person that was it right there.
That was yeet.
And I think as soon as he made that pass, he had to start braking for the chicane.
Yeah, same team with the Thunderbird. The other Thunderbird.
Nice. Well done.
So I guess the next one is probably the U.S. Air Force Thunderbird.
Indeed. Behind my office is actually the F-16 that the guy recently crashed. He was fine. He ejected right before the impact. But the fuselage of that F-16 still painted in the Thunderbird scheme with burn marks all over it is parked behind my office in this great storage yard.
That's kind of cool to just have that kind of wrecking yard behind your
Crap
office.
laying around.
Yeah, exactly. Uh-oh.
Okay, 113 ST. I'm gonna figure out a way to boot you from chat. Just leave, please. Blue, whatever.
Hey, you know
Okay.
what? Blue Angels, though, they're all right now because they're staying socially distant while they fly.
Yeah. Are you gonna try and tell me now that Top Gun was better than Iron Eagle, which I know is a crock because they made 4 Iron Eagles.
That's
means
because
that
Louis
it's far
Gossett Jr., I
superior.
think, got 5.
Quantity over quality, my
Yes.
friends.
Chappy.
Yeah, exactly. Lou Gossett Iron
Chappie.
Eagle wins for Lou Gossett Jr. content alone.
And for how much more shameless it was as a plug for the U.S. military.
Oh no! The Air Force never cooperates with any movie. Top Gun was actually originally supposed to be based on the weapons school here at Nellis, and the Air Force said, "No, we don't need it." And they're like, "No, it'll be a huge recruiting booster." And they go, "No." So they went to the Navy, and they're like, "Yeah, this is great." Independence Day was supposed to be, instead of him being a Marine Corps fighter pilot, he's supposed to be Air Force fighter pilot. And the Air Force said, "We will only cooperate if you take out all references to Area 51. So they just went to the Marines. The Air Force has the closest thing to an actual endorsed movie we ever did was a god-awful thing back in the 50s called Starfighters, which is an MST 3000 staple. It's so bad.
Well, anyway, the point was that the plot of Iron Eagle. The plot of Iron Eagle.
Oh yeah, Iron Eagle.
Familiar is that this teenage boy who flies a Cessna as a hobby.
Yes.
Yes.
Somehow
Ooh, the beginning of the movie where they're like racing the dirt bike versus the plane.
That's right. Yeah, it's the most
Totally realistic.
Yeah,
Forgot about that.
So
And then
with the help of an Air Force colonel, or an unnamed service colonel, steals an F-16 to go rescue his dad from Libya. Never mind that they live in California, so there's like 7,000 miles of flying.
Right. And more so is that a group of plucky teenagers managed to absolutely completely circumvent all security procedures on a military installation. Bebop into their dad's top secret
all over again.
office. Oh, totally. Yeah, it could happen.
Yeah, totally plausible. And then he lands on a runway and picks up his dad.
Yes,
in
with no
Libya,
ladder.
With no ladder. And then
full engine running, all that kind of stuff.
See, we know Mental hangs out with planes because he immediately went to, well, how to get out without a ladder.
Right.
Never mind the 7,000-mile trip on an F-16.
That's the plot.
Where's the
you
ladder?
You have tankers.
Ladder.
You have tankers. I can tell you how much time I've spent on the back of being dragged around by a tanker.
Well, yeah, but
Yes, but if you stole the plane, they're not going to refuel you.
Oh, they'll just refuel me because I'm here, right? That's how that works.
Totally.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've watched that movie way more times than I would ever want to admit.
You clearly.
All right, so now Iron Eagle 2.
One of them, they are paired with the Russians fighting in Afghanistan, which has not aged well at all.
Whoa! Excellent.
It's like Iron Eagle 3 or something. Who the hell knows?
Is that like Rocky 3?
Yeah, it's like Godfather 3, basically. Man, this is where my life is, by the way, is watching video game racers and talking about Iron Eagle.
Right there with you. You'll never be alone. You'll never roam alone.
Right. That's right. No, I grew up on 80s movies. Ironically, it was like Iron Eagle and Better Off Dead, which is
nice.
Extremely odd combination of 80s pop culture.
Well, I'm glad to have it.
Indeed.
Amen.
All right. Sorry, I had to give my dog a shot, and I came back to fly away home and Schrader telling me that we're not letting her see the aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
Check that out.
Speaking of aliens, I think it's important that if we discuss the greatest Louis Gossett Jr. movie ever, Enemy Mine.
That is a great film. And don't forget the mighty Dennis Quaid.
How could you?
Right. Who, given the opportunity, can bring peace to our world.
What did I just watch that Lou Gossett Jr. was in?
He's got anything in his library is worth it. There's also the great James Belushi film, The Principal.
Oh, I watched.
Now we're getting.
Oh God, what is the movie with?
113 in chat is keeping it into the fighters by some
Firefox. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's another good one.
It was Clint Eastwood. Yeah.
Lou Goss Jr.'s in The Watchmen, the TV series.
Yes, he is.
Oh,
Yeah, which was excellent, by the way.
It was great. Loved the TV show.
so
I'm
Stunt
working
Granny.
on my Lube Man costume as we speak.
Yeah. Stunt Granny, Jerry Reed needed to only drive his semi 45 miles an hour. Okay, in 28 hours. Bear in mind, this was the 70s, and there was no freeway all the way to Texarkana from Atlanta. And also, he had to stop for fuel. And he also had to stop for meth, because that's how truckers just did it back then.
And a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper.
Ah, yes. Corn Dog Butthole. That was called Black Sheep Squadron, and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
First time you saw John Larroquette in a reoccurring television show, but he was not in recovery then. He was actually still drinking.
John Larroquette was in Black Sheep Squadron?
Yes, he was. And even more nerdy, one of the stunt pilots was Rick Presley, Elvis Presley's little brother.
Huh. Who knew?
Now you do.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I didn't watch the show, but I read like the entire World War II fighter pilot section of the library, which was surprisingly large. So like I read about the actual Black Sheep Squadron, which is cool.
Yes, they actually interviewed the real Pappy Boyington as that came on there, and the first question his wife asked him was, were there really that many girls on that island? He chuckled, went, no, there were none. Because they had to have
something. Have you ever heard of the term sausage party?
Wow, Mental, I can out-nerd you for a moment by my wonderful Wikipedia skills.
Uh-oh.
What was the original name of the Black Sheep Squadron TV show?
Oh, crap. I as soon as you say this, I'm going to remember it, but I used to know. I want to say it was, it worked Boyington into the,
It did not.
okay, then no, I do not know.
Ba Black Sheep.
Okay, yes.
Wasn't that the name of his book or something? I guess I should know
You
that.
got more knowledge than me.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. Yeah.
I think it was because, they were.
wow.
Ooh, there we go. Again,
Ooh, that's
Solstice, Miata.
passing a Miata being passed by Thunderbird.
Thunderbird. And he is about to have to deal with Becker, who is rolling up on him quick.
By the way, Jim Bob in the chat, he knew it was Bob Black Sheep.
This actually is for position, for third position.
Throwing down.
I have
don't
also
know why
seen
my-
a lot of Andy Griffith show on WGN.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
Grew up on that.
We're big fans of the old MASH. And every time MASH is over, the Andy Griffith show comes up, and like everyone in my house goes, change it! Change it! Don't let us watch another minute of that show.
So here's another one of those oddball character questions. So Colonel Potter
Yeah?
or Colonel Blake?
Potter.
Okay, yeah.
Without a doubt.
As a military person, I always thought Potter was a lot more realistic and honest.
My girlfriend's late dog was named after Colonel Potter's wife, Mildred Potter. Named the dog.
Yeah. Lady
There
A
you go.
is a Colonel Blake fan, by the way.
And I'm not saying I didn't like Colonel Blake. I appreciated Colonel Blake, but I felt like Colonel Potter kind of struck the balance between, people and mission.
Well, I think it was also probably, no one who was that unregimented would become a colonel. Even in wartime. No, I mean, like, Blake would have been just another screwball doctor,
Yeah.
especially when he saluted and stuck his finger on the old fishing lure in his hat.
Yeah.
Adam's Ribs is the greatest episode ever. Thank you, Stunt Granny. You ordered ribs from the United States and you forgot the coleslaw?
That was someone with some military experience wrote that, or at least guided that episode, because it all works on favors. The Airwolf was cool, but
Wasn't Airwolf like the Knight Rider of helicopters?
Yes.
absolutely. Jan Michael
Same
Vincent
show.
steals a prototype of the world's most advanced combat helicopter and apparently never has any maintenance issues. Just leaves it in the desert and it starts up whenever he wants it. It's great.
Without a flight service.
I gotta say, the show probably would have sucked if he were to start a helicopter in the desert. It was like, nope, not gonna happen.
Which, I'll be honest, probably 30% of my missions began with us trying to start the plane and going, nope, absolutely not going to happen.
1 out of 3, huh? Jeez.
Yeah.
No.
Now, Airwolf or
not
Blue
today.
Thunder.
No,
I'm
Blue Thunder. Go fly a kite. Blue Thunder was a
Exactly.
terrible show.
No. Terrible show. Great movie, though, because it
Sure.
had Roy Schreider, and it introduced us to the guy from Home Alone, Daniel. It was one of his first. It was one of his
Daniel
breakout
Stern.
roles. Daniel
Yeah.
Stern. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
It also introduced us to the greatest term ever, Jaffo.
Jaffo.
Go on.
JAFO. Just another effing observer.
Officer. Yeah.
Officer.
Yeah. I'm one of those. Yes. Oh, now Lady A digging deep into the bad '80s TV shows. Street Hawk was so bad. Street Hawk was
Hawk.
Automan levels of bad.
I don't even remember Street Hawk.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 episodes. It was. I think it was canceled before the first episode was done.
Oh.
Ron Harrington.
You're
Oh,
too close.
Thump.
Oh, come on, Jared, get back out there. You're running second. Embrace your inner Dale. Looks like he just overcooks it.
So Ron Harrington in the chat is suggesting that they have a pork roll sandwich. So
Automan, they're any number. One of the first times I did one of these commentaries, I made reference to a TV show called Georgia Peaches, also known as Follow That Car. They had a 2-hour premiere plot trying to be a Dukes of Hazzard rivalry. Did not work out. There was another one with Michelle Pfeiffer, one of her first TV shows called Bad Cats, and it was CATS. It was California Auto Theft Squad.
Oh, wow.
It was terrible.
Was that supposed to be like
I remember that.
chips?
Yes, like a chips.
Chips. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. It was 2 guys, and then Michelle Pfeiffer was the female, the token female cop. Yeah, there was that one. There was the Highwayman, where he drove this semi truck that would turn into a helicopter.
What? What?
Yeah.
I don't
What?
think gross vehicle weight really checks out there.
Well, not the whole thing, but like a helicopter would, the
That looks so
cockpit, it was
bad.
supposed to be this advanced, yeah.
I'm
remember
Googling
when-
this right now?
Remember when Star Wars came out and proved that you could just make a thing and then sell a shitload of toys, and then everybody was
Yes.
like,
Yes.
you know what we need to do, and then they
Yeah.
rub their hands together, and then you got a semi truck that could be a helicopter.
Absolutely.
So much licensing money on this.
No, and that was when everything was simultaneously a cartoon, a breakfast cereal, and a comic book all at once. That's those were your 3 that you hit.
Okay, we need this picture on the screen as soon as we can.
Oh yes, there it is. And it was this European truck that would turn into. So when the ratings didn't take off, which was immediately
Imagine
they,
that.
they brought in The guy on the right was, at the time, all he did was Duracell commercials. He was this Australian guy
Yes.
that, oi, oi, oi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what has happened to my life where suddenly this is the thing that I'm talking about? Everybody's getting a live existential crisis from me. Yeah.
And this is what matters about that, is that starred Sam Jones, who everyone knows because of Ted as the star of the 80s classic Flash Gordon.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that.
Boy, that looks like, I don't know, that looks like a Russian helicopter, like a surplus, like MIL that they just slapped on top of like a really hammered Mack truck. That's amazing. Like that's the laziest like car casting like building I've ever seen.
I'm pretty sure that was made by Speedy Cop.
Oh,
Look at it.
wow. Lady A dug out Super Train. I remember watching Super Train religiously with my grandparents. That was another. It was basically the Love Boat, except on a really advanced train.
My Google search is going to be so screwed up after this.
Oh, yes. And then, what was the one I brought up in the last one? It was the California Camaro show.
California Dreams or something.
Yes.
An atomic powered train. Boy,
Yep.
the pipe dreams. The pipe dreams of the Cold War.
Wow. This is I found an article
California
on,
Fever. That's what it was.
on the avclub.com where it suggests that Super Train so horrible of a TV show that it almost destroyed NBC.
I could see that. I could actually see that. That tracks. That makes sense.
Lady Auburn talking about the Coyote, the Hardcastle in the
Oh,
corner.
absolutely.
Nothing
Two
wrong with
different
that.
versions of that, of the Coyote. They had to come up with the second one because Brian, I can't remember his last name, but the judge couldn't get into the first one.
Let me see if I can find the Lemons one we've had. We had one that raced in Lemons that was amazing, like flat out fantastic. Oh, there it is.
The best thing is the entire production run of Hardcastle and McCormick is available on YouTube for free. I think somebody just recorded all of them on VHS and then put them onto YouTube, so the quality is exactly what you expect.
BJ and the Bear theme being discussed.
Of course. Oh, wow. That
And now
is
I'm going to
an
be singing
excellent.
that song all day.
That is an excellent Coyote X out of a Miata. Well
Oh,
done.
why am I not seeing this?
It's in the chat. It's about to end up on the screen.
Yeah,
All right,
Ryan,
I'll wait here.
Ryan can grab that when he gets a second. But yeah,
It's BJ the Bear, which also gave birth to the infamous Misadventures of Sheriff Lobo,
there's a spin-off from BJ and the Bear.
called the Misadventures of Sheriff Lobo.
Can you imagine?
Hey,
Can
McKay,
you,
and this is my best friend, Bear.
for a second, let's imagine it's 1977 and we're TV executives. Can you imagine how much cocaine is on our desk in front of us at all times for these decisions to be made?
I feel like this could be another one of those Lemons theaters where you're like, hey, and they're huffing paint.
Yeah.
See, Eric,
That Lobo guy needs his own show.
you've missed the. There was a brief period of time where the American trucker became the hero,
Oh, yeah.
and it was, it all had to do with like the trucker strike and the rough individualism of the American spirit, and
Yeah.
everybody had a CB and you just wanted to be a trucker.
Yeah.
Yes.
That Coyote, by the way, is made out of the Miata that lived a very hard life. It had a giant box of Franzia on the back of it for a while. And before that, it was actually inside of a Volvo 245. So it was a Volvo 245 body literally around the entire Miata.
Do you know what team name did that? Because that is fantastic. They're
I feel like
forgot
that's not
the
a
teams.
hard life at all. I feel like that's like the ultimate life for a Miata. I got to be a Volvo. I got to be a Coyote X. I got the cart around wine.
I feel like they sold it eventually, but I don't remember the team name. I know that the dude made the fiberglass body kit like in his garage by hand, and it was the first fiberglass thing he made, and it turned out amazing. Yeah. And so it looked crazy. He eventually put like a Honda J35 in it. It was super
that'll
fast.
do it. Yeah. The J35 is a very, very popular, powerful swap for the Miata there.
And let's, while we're still wrapping it up here with 15 minutes left in the race, about 80s TV shows, we can't forget Riptide, which was Simon and Simon, but they had cooler toys. And I'll plug that intro here.
They
lived on a yacht. They had a Corvette and their own helicopter and a
helicopter.
powerboat.
And the helicopter was what kind of helicopter?
Old Sikorsky.
That was it. Thank you.
And they had their own powerboat, their own Corvette, and yeah.
Huh. Well, that's a helicopter. It's a nightmare fuel. My God. Well, other people need to see this so that I'm not the only one having nightmares.
All right.
Let me see if I can find that as well. Yep. God.
Joe Penny, who would later go on to star in Jake and the Fat Man. So 14 minutes and 40 seconds. Do we still have our winner up front? Same winner?
Scott Ramler still leading. Looks like one of the QZs is leading Class C. I think. Maybe. Who can say?
All right. There we go. Yeah. So Eric got the still of the. I was copying and pasting a same picture of the Screaming Mimi, which also would be a great theme for those of you listening. I feel like this would work well on a Solstice, the Screaming Mimi version of a Pontiac Solstice.
Oh my God, it's awful. I don't know why that makes me want to throw up, but it does.
So how do you feel about Yellow Submarine? I feel like you'd be upset watching Yellow Submarine if that.
Yellow Submarine's fine because it's a cartoon. Like, like the disturbing parts are a cartoon. That is a real thing that has happened.
Yeah. For those of you who don't remember the show, right before they would get into some mischief, one of the guys would go out with a black roll of duct tape and add a letter to the tail numbers. Because, that would make sure that they couldn't figure out who was flying the giant Sikorsky in L.A.
The giant Sikorsky with the mouth that looks like it's going to eat you.
With the Rolling Stone teeth on it.
They duct tape it like an X, like after the tail number. Like the tail number was 153, and now it's 153X, and they can't figure out who it is.
We know it was a pink Sikorsky with a mouth on it, but it wasn't yours this time. But don't worry, we're watching.
Again, it goes back to I'm a TV executive in 1977, and my desk is just covered in cocaine.
Yes,
you might.
Yes, I love that someone's making the infamous reference to the Kong Fury, and I love that David Hasselhoff has enough sense of humor to make that joke. And and it was hysterical. I love the video at the beginning of it when he says, "You boys got permits for those weapons?" And they shoot up his car, and he lands and blows them all up and says, "Permit denied." It was great. All right, so it's telling us we got 5 laps to go because this is a 6-mile course. Levine on board with him as he goes through the chicane here.
Ish, kind of. Makes that hard, right?
Grabs the handbrake for that one.
That did look like a handbrake turn, which is great.
That's the wheel hop from grabbing the grainy gear.
Actually.
Oh yeah.
This is still a generation. All of them probably ran a little bit of shine back in the day, and that's just a perfectly acceptable way to make a 90-degree turn. There's our winner, or our leader right now, the Jeff Gordon Fish Stick Special. How fast did he? Oh, just 195. I wonder if he's losing some aerodynamics.
It was 200 into that half of the oval. Yeah.
All right. 203. Can we break 204? No, he's into the braking zone now. Yes, Hoff was not in the movie. I just think he thought it was so funny that they were making references to the Don't Hassle the Hoff that he made the music video, which I think helped with the popularity of that film, which was all Kickstarter funded. Here we go.
That was 130. The Miata.
Yeah, he's never left. Oh, there it is. He got 130 again. Got a tailwind. Again, takes me back to that race at one of the 12 of the last races at Texas World Speedway. They kept saying that they were going to have, but we would get our Miata with our coexist penalty flag sticking out of the back of it up to every bit of 104 on the straightaway when Pollock would come by in that brown wagon at 140. There we go. There's some overtaking. Wham!
That was fantastic.
127. Can the slowest crack 130?
I'm watching the intro to Riptide because, I could...
Because you're very focused on the race.
Because it's very focused on the race. I forgot they had a robot.
Oh, yes. Well, and they had the nerd that ran the robot for them. Yes. He would do all of their finger quote computer stuff.
Yeah.
When, there was just always a convenient Chekhov's gun of, oh, we have a computer guy. We'll just look it all up on computers. So, yes, Lady A, if you, enhance. If you Google some of the stuff I wrote when I was my brief attempt on trying to make my living as a writer, I actually wrote about the top cars, TV cars of the 80s, and I did mention Spencer for Hire in that classic Mustang. This is pre-internet, and somehow in rust-prone Boston, he managed to drive around to 66 and keep it running. And then towards the end of the show, he ended up with a new Mustang. Hacking is an escape from a plot trap. Whenever my commander comes over my shoulder and our computer isn't cooperating, which is every day that ends in a Y, and we get the spinning wheel of death, that's what he does to correct it. He just looks at my computer and says, enhance.
Enhance. If you say it a little louder, it usually does a little more.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No! Those Jeff Gordon's fishermen is
He's getting clipped again.
He did not trust the Jeff Gordon's fisherman.
No.
Excellent accident avoidance from Hessler there, but and the Thunder Chicken is around him. But I think he's got like a 20-lap lead, so it doesn't matter.
He's easy Fs for that. Yeah.
Yeah, just tap the inside of that Mustang, it looks like, as they were coming off the bump.
Yeah, F's in chat for the roundness of those tires.
So he's going to bounce it off the outside, tries to take it, and the Mustang's trying to keep his line, but
still not entirely sure why he went ass up there. That was weird.
It was an endo.
Face down, ass up. Don't kink shame anybody.
Don't hate.
Look at the tires in reverse.
That was good avoidance.
Yeah. I think the damage model used the two tires touched, hence the car goes airborne program from someone who apparently has never driven a car.
Huh. Yeah, Hester got a little sideways, just a little bit.
See, now the rear tires are stopped. Now he's going to put it in reverse.
Oh man, Paul Page doing lemon.
He's trying to get out of the way of the Mustang. Yeah. It's nice.
That's great avoidance.
And I can't do Paul Page's voice. The best I can do is a bad Harry Carey. He gets turned around on the front stretch while leading.
That's terrible.
What kind of hot dog would you be?
Definitely not Paul Page. No. Paul Page is more
I'm Paul Page, and this is Papyrus IndyCar Racing.
Why did that Miata just go straight? Like,
F's in the chat for his heart condition, apparently. My God, that was not great. What just happened there?
Yeah,
he just logged off.
The number 3 Miata.
Stephen Wood, you just kept going.
Screw this, guys. I'm out of here.
All right, I'm going to have a drink.
There is no turning anywhere. There's no braking. There's no turning. Right into the tires.
F's in chat for Stephen Wood's drink that he obviously spilled on his lap in the middle of that straightaway.
He was smoking, and the cherry came right into his crotch. As often would happen back when you.
That used to be rough, man. I used to hate when that happened.
Yeah.
Because not only were you burning your final seat, you also burned your favorite pair of 3, Levi
501.
Red.
Jenkos? Your Jenkos?
Jenkos, no. Never wore them. Never had them. Your problem, not mine.
I will painfully admit to having 2 pairs of Zeke or Vici pants, though.
Nice.
Cavarici.
My
Zeke Cavarici.
I don't care. They had a Velcro Sansa belt.
I'm
Whatever.
from New Jersey. Trust me.
my old Saturn had a burn in the driver's seat from a cigarette butt that I flipped out the front of the cracked window.
Oh, yeah.
Traveled up the outside of the window and back in at the top.
Yep.
That was a moment at 60 miles an hour driving down some back road in the middle.
And I know that moment.
Nice.
Yep.
Now, we've got 4 minutes and 50 seconds, and I know in a couple of seconds, someone's going to get in here and they're going to try and correct Lady Arbanon and say, Hunter didn't have the Dodge Daytona Turbo Z. It was D.D. McCall, the detective. But in fact, Hunter did have one. It was brought out on one episode. He didn't drive it because he didn't want to wreck it like he did every other Dodge Satellite in that show.
Steph's ZZF is from Missouri. It's on Missouri. And if you're going
get out of our fun time here. Take your spam elsewhere.
Well, I stopped smoking many years ago. This was when I was much younger.
Why is all of a sudden Schrader, she gets halfway through a bottle of wine and hates all of us? What's up with that?
Yeah, she's
no.
hate tonight.
No, she hates all of us before she drinks the wine. She's just
She just says it when the wine is there. I understand.
That's fair. Yeah, ashing into your own headliner, that was that has happened a bunch of times. Or as a biker, I always hated the hot ash that would come out of somebody's car and bounce off my helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, now that I don't smoke anymore, you see the nighttime splash of the butt on the road and think about my crappy car and how it's probably leaking fuel and I'm about to die. So there's always that.
Yeah, Eric's not going to die of butt cancer. Somebody in Chicago is going to light his car on fire.
That's right.
Why are you pitting, Peter? There are 3 minutes left in the race. Why are you pitting?
I wonder if the field came up just short. Yeah.
Steph, you're too young to remember back when the world taught us to smoke.
Are you smoking yet?
And here's how that works. Hey, we're all working, but 5-minute smoke break, and if you're not smoking, keep working. Oh, let me learn that lesson.
I remember way back when I was like in 8th grade and some guidance counselor was trying to convince me to go to trade school, because they had the Votech school that you could go to when you got to 9th grade. And his pitch was, come on out, learn a trade like welding or car mechanics or whatever. You can smoke at school. But it wasn't about, it's a good job. It was, you get to smoke while you're at trade school.
That's kind of amazing.
That is funny. So the picture that Jeff posted up, I do feel like deserves to go up because D.D. McCall, Detective D.D. McCall, what was her name? Stephanie Kramer, I want to say, was it still is a classically beautiful woman. The only thing I remember from the 80s is brown cigarette smoke and burned coffee smell. Yeah, that sounds like every job I had until 94.
I had an ex-girlfriend whose grandmother lived in a trailer in Tennessee and smoked like a chimney. And the one time I went there, she was like, "Here, this is funny," and she took a picture off the wall, and it was like a perfect brown
Yes.
outline.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
I moved into a house like that when I first moved into Nebraska. We rented a small house, and there were nicotine squares on the wall from the previous tenants who had smoked all the time and had pictures up.
Yeah. It's weird how not places being no smoking everywhere. Like if you go somewhere like Missouri where everybody just smokes everywhere. Yeah. You're like in a restaurant smoking, you're like, this is awful. Well, how did we do this? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
When we moved to Colorado in 2007, they had just banned smoking indoors. And so all of the guys, they created the smoking patios. And we went back, 20 seconds left in the race here. There is our second place car. Looks like the Jeff Gordon's Fisherman is going to still take first. But we went back
to not going to catch up. He's not even going to get to the one lap.
He could stop now, and it's just no one's going to catch up. So you think the Yeet Fest is going to happen there in the first chicane or in the hump corner?
I hope it's at the end of one of the straights on the oval.
Yeah.
Where does the lap technically end? I guess that is
right after the NASCAR hump.
Are you sure? I thought it starts on the oval. I guess we'll find out. We don't know where the lap actually starts or ends.
Right there,
yeah. It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's great.
Yeah.
It's probably fine.
Probably fine. I'd like to mention that our leader has 4 names. M. Scott List Rambler. That's too many names.
Right.
He should return some of them. like think about all the people that only have like half a name.
Or like Sting or Madonna, they're suffering.
Like we should give him some of M. Scott List Ramblers.
Well, I'm a W Christian mental ward, so I can't say anything, although no credit card company has allowed me to put mental on my card yet.
What's that all about?
When Facebook took it away, that was the shocking one.
Seriously.
Like, who is this person?
Yeah. No one could find me on Facebook anymore. Christian Ward, who the hell's that guy? Sounds like a used car salesman.
Here's the line right there.
Right.
Checkered flag.
We've already got somebody.
Some heat already happening.
What happened to that solstice on the last lap? It looks like he bounced off the wall.
Are you sure they don't have to go through the Grand Prix track to get the checkered flag?
I'm not sure. I see what you're saying now. I understand your
you have to go past the start-finish line twice. Once on each course.
Oh, maybe you're right.
I still don't know why that car was upside down. That was pretty great.
Yeah, maybe it's just part of racing.
Yep.
Oh, I'm upside down. That ain't good. So David Bryan there, wadding it up.
If the checkered flag is at the next checkered flag, the start-finish line. Oh, wow. There was a lot happening there.
Okay, so apparently there was already a crash. Okay, so we got to find out what happened in 19.
I'm going to guess that was a long
That's the
run.
cookie, right?
Yeah. No.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
This is definitely one of those enhanced.
There you go.
All right. So Monin, way high.
Oh, he hit the wall
he's already
before
out of
the hump.
control.
So
There
he's
it is.
tank slapping as he goes over the gigantic bump.
And the Wookie Cookie
point.
just keeps his foot in the gas. He's like, I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna go under him. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's right.
The herky-jerky animation there is very confusing.
Can we do this on board?
It's because I have
Can
it
we
on super slow. It's because I have it on super slow.
I got you. Yeah. Okay.
Can we do that crash on board with the
Look,
Peter?
he's like, I got it.
Absolutely.
He's way over there. I'm going to get right through. Not a problem. Boink.
He
And the
levens them.
solstice.
Levis and the Solstice as well.
Yeah, the Solstice had no chance, though.
No.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, there was. That looks like the checkered flag's out as well.
All right. So we're going to go on board. Strap in, folks. If you're prone to nausea, take your VR goggles off now.
Oh, there's a lot of poo coming out there.
Boom! Oh.
I'm not wearing VR goggles, and this is awful.
And
But sparks.
And he's really good about keeping his hands on the wheels, though, because he's still steering. And there's the Mustang. He
Still
makes
steering.
collision with
Left.
the Mustang.
Right, left, turn.
All right.
Poo boy. I think we got some winners, by the way. I think,
Yep.
I think Scott's got his victory.
Yeah, he's doing his backwards victory lap.
Oh, he's passing the other Gordon.
Oh, he actually is going backwards. He really is doing
Yeah,
it
that's what
backwards.
Scott does. That's Scott's victory lap, yeah.
I thought you were just rewinding it. That is fantastic.
He may not be used to getting dumped here, but he's about to.
Yes, he is.
Because that's what Dale does, damn it.
Yep.
He'll fix it. Don't worry.
Oh,
The
and
J turn. Hey,
nice.
Jetta.
never lived.
Yes.
That was
Never lived.
Never.
front bished. You weren't expecting a front bish, but you got totally bished.
Oh, that was most excellent, Alan Jones. Alan Jones, I guess.
Yes, well done.
With
Ow.
a full head of steam and the breakdancing. That's a 10 out of 10 right there. Because he got the J turn like
He's doing
nailed.
100,
Like, all right, I got this.
131 miles an hour.
Nice.
Yeah, 131
Bam.
miles an hour.
And you can see the smoke of the Jetta because he is not lifting. Rule number 1 of the Jettas:
Never lift.
never lift.
A plus.
Yes. Would ye?
That right there, that last little flip. Solstice missed him.
Steph in the
just
chat would
disappointing.
like to make sure we free that guy.
We'll be taking our beers in the broadcast booth because somebody's already on the cross. Nicely
Why
done.
not?
All the way around backwards.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like reverse, but in a NASCAR, it's backwards.
Looks like the 19 car has a big head of steam headed towards 13 stopped in the into the chicane. There we go.
Dawson Bell from Dawsonville.
Here's the 13 car. And I blinked out.
That's what always happens.
And
There it is.
oh, sends that cookie as it crumbles into the air.
Coors and Cookie Wookie. That's a
I
dessert.
feel like that's better than Claus and Cookie.
I think so. And he doesn't lift in the Mustang either. That's a thing of beauty right there.
Oh,
Yes. Some ballet music playing.
Totally.
All right, so we got a green Jetta headed our way. That's our Italian sponsor, the Olive Garden car. What's he gonna do?
Going down.
The Cookie Monster got away from him.
oh, there goes a cone. There goes another cone. And another
Damn
cone.
it.
Yes.
How would you like that
Oh,
T-bone steak?
He shot him hard right. That was bizarre. Again, busting the physics.
yeah, the 87 weighs
how we do.
6 times more than the Jetta, if that's the physics.
And it was sideways, so it had all the grip.
Yeah.
It's like the 11 car also making a run at him.
It looks like he's in chat saying that he has run out of gas a quarter of the mile away from the finish. And someone want to help him out.
No, but someone will bish him out.
Nope.
Wow. Koozie taking
did.
the big way out. That's awful. We've only got about 3 cars left here. Number 12, number 7, and 403.
This was great. Just the hard, inexplicable 12G left-hand turn.
Because that's what NASCARs do.
So good. Well, I think Monza with the oval is a hella winner, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree.
Especially with these cars and the giant bump. It's like Sebring, like, turned up to 14.
All right. I feel like as we're winding this down, because Yoda was unable to join us, but I'm going to thank Nemesis Labs. You should absolutely check out their website, check out their webpage, upgrade your sim game, because they've got some legit pretty stuff. Thank them for sponsoring this podcast.
Podcast. Yeah, that's really what this is a podcast with a
It's Mystery Science
relevant.
Video.
Yeah.
We're just talking while there's a video.
That's the way it goes.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'm super happy with the way this turned out. We
This
like
was-
Monza. Monza will be back at some
This
point.
track is fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel like the 87s just go everywhere and make it better.
Yep. Next week we'll be at a very short oval. I think Oxford Plains is what we have lined up, which is like a third of a mile or 3/8. Super short. We'll have a bunch of dumb stuff going on there.
Excellent.
That's next Sunday, about 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to be also racing in Meat Space next weekend.
Absolutely. Come say hi from the safe distance. Wear your mask.
That's right.
Yeah, don't say hi. Wave from a socially
Wave hello.
safe distance.
Yep. You can shout hello from more than 6 feet away. That's also
I'm good. I'm good with shouting hello. That's a great plan.
Congrats to our winners tonight. Scott Ramler in the 87. Greg Schnittinger for Black Maven Motorsports. That would be... Would that be a... No, what would that be?
That's
It was a
that was the
Mustang.
Mustang?
Cookie Monster Mustang. Yes.
Yeah, the Mustang. Yeah, there we go. Al Jones in the TDI, the Jetta. Nick DeCuzzi with the win in the Solstice. And I believe that covers all the bases. Yeah.
Oh, I think there's more winners because really, when we do this, we're all winners.
Right.
That's all I got. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I will let Ryan take us out. Trusted Gordon's Fisherman, vote Mad Dog 2020. Thank you to the cat on a Roomba in a shark suit. I'm Eric Rude, Everything Bagel with 24 Hours of Lemons. Good night, everybody.
Yeah. I think he's got it. Got it covered. Thanks, everybody, for joining us this evening, tuning in and viewing, enjoying this wonderful, adequate, but excellent evening.
Yeah,
Thank you to the members
I think
of...
adequate works.
Yeah. Thank you to
let's
the
go with
members of
adequate.
Three Pedal Mafia, Everyone Racer Podcast. Check them out where all your favorite podcasts are located, which is everywhere. And if you want to get in on the
Typically
action,
in your
check
phone.
out...
You know,
There you go. Phones are good. Yeah. There you go.
Unless it's like
Yeah.
Jeff's phone, in which case it doesn't work. But yes.
You know it's time to get a new phone when you can't answer a call before it goes to voicemail. Time to get a new phone. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We'll be back
Thank you
next
for having us.
Sunday. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
Brian, seriously, thanks for putting us on. Check everything out he does at Bearded Sim Racer on his YouTube channel. It's not just these awesome lemon races, but he covers a lot of other electronic videos and competitions as well, and it's worth your time.
thanks. Appreciate you saying that. Again, thank you to everyone for tuning in and joining us and watching from home. And yeah, that's going to do it. Until next time. We'll see you then. Thanks, guys.